How we doing, people? Yes, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. One of my favourite crossover shows to do. And the first crossover show of the week, as always, it is the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast. Man Them United podcast meets the Man Them City podcast, where myself and Vato discuss all things in regards to both Manchester clubs. Ruben Amorim'S Sporting batter Manchester City 4-1 in the Champions League. We'll be discussing that. And City, I believe it's 3 losses in a row now. They lost today. Well, yesterday, it's still today. Lost today against Sporting. Lost on the weekend against Bournemouth. Lost last midweek in the Carabao Cup to Tottenham Hotspur. Is the criticism justified? Should City fans be worried? Or is it all just calm down, relax? We're 4-time champions. We've been here before. So we will be discussing that. In regards to the Manchester United side of things, Ruben Amorim is on his way. We already know that. Manchester United drew against Chelsea 1-1. After beating Leicester midweek in the Carabao Cup. And we got Leicester again in the league, so we'll be discussing all of those things. Big up to everyone in the chat, though. Big up to everyone who joined over from the raid from Carefree Lewis's channel. Run up the likes. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Share this across all the socials. And on top of those 2 things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. And look, man, it be your own people that don't want to see you happy, you know. Shout out to Sasha. Says, look at this smug git. Why am I smug? I can't be allowed happiness. What's going on? Turkish, this is it, man. Flawless talking with a spring in the step now here. I am free, Turkish. I am free. Free, man. Hey, United fans, hey, we are free. We are free, man. I'm so happy. And we've won 1 game and drew 1 game. Make sure, of course, you subscribe to Turkish LDN and Big Sits Bands. But let me bring in the Manchester City representative, Veta Games TV. I'm saying from the 666 in the building. Yes, Veta, what are you telling me, man? Yo, you're on mute, fam. You're on mute. What are you saying, Veta?
What to do, everybody in the building. You know what it is? The crossover show, City, United.
City.
You know what we're about to do? Listen, let me say this. Those of you on Spotify, if you haven't, and all the other listening platforms, I hear you, Sunshine. If you haven't come over here to the YouTube channel and subscribe, do so now, all right? There's not, and unfortunately I've had a few, but there aren't many times when I'm dealing with days like this. Flawless.
Yo.
I have to admit with Sasha, this look on your face is starting to annoy me a little bit.
What do you
No. This is different. No, this is different. For some reason, the lighting's brighter. I see more details in your face. I don't like.
Let me
this
turn up the light. Hold up. Can it go
I
any
don't like
brighter?
this change up. Well, you know what it is? We'll get into it. Hey, you're the host. I'm the guest. However you want this show to flow. Obviously, the topic should be this recent game in Champions League, and even before that, when we kind of did, our pre-game talk on things. We can address all that later if there is time, because I know the majority of the chat. I know yourself. You're gonna want to know about this Champions League game. So I'm here.
Of course, we'll get into all of that. Of course, because this is very. I think Warrior J's already put the stat in the comment section. So this Manchester City have conceded 4 goals in the Champions League for the first time since October 2016, 4-0 versus Barcelona. I can't remember the last time you lot lost 3 games in a row in general. Never mind losing 2 games in a row is a big shock for you lot. So I can't remember across all competitions. When's the last time you lost 3 games in a row?
I mean, we lost 3 games in a row to kick off the season 2 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? So we talking what? 2022?
We lost the Community Shield. We lost.
That don't count. Let's not do that. We're not doing glorified friends. When's the last time you lost competitive matchups?
It's been.
But I'm saying COVID season, so we're saying 3 years ago. So yeah, like this is not something we discuss often. So yeah, and I know you got plenty to say as always. Even when I messaged you before this game, and you was like, I got plenty to say. People ain't gonna like me, but we'll start with the game today. Sporting 4, Manchester City 1. Talk to us, Veta, man.
Listen, for some reason it's hot in here. All right, Champions League. I'm not going to say that I expected this. I definitely did not expect this. But I did think that it was going to be a tough game
Mhm.
because of all of the surrounding stories.
Absolutely.
United's upcoming manager. Is it going to be a little bit of a preview? Is he going to do a little debut to try to show what he's made of? And obviously, knowing that City, 2 losses on the bounce going into this Champions League and really not having much change with regards to players availability. All right. I I wasn't overly confident, but at the same time I was like, it's Champions League. Different form from what we're seeing in the league. And again, it was like a loss to the League Cup to Spurs, a loss in the league to Bournemouth, and then now a loss to Sporting. I don't know where to start with regards to trying to fix this flaws. I don't know where to start. I'm I'm trying to figure out, do I just need to look at these players to have to step up? Do I need to look at these players on actually understanding Pep's instructions and playing to what's expected of them? Because again, we gave up two penalties.
Facts. Yep.
So when you do something like that, I can't look at Pep and be like, Pep, what kind of instructions are you giving these players? You
That's
think
right.
you think he's telling these players to foul in the box? So Gavardio, listen, we got caught out a few times with regards to how high we play. And again, that's our system. We're gonna try to strangle. We're gonna try to just make things confined and difficult to actually get out of your half. But again, if you get out of your half, you have an opportunity to attack us. You have an opportunity to get a good opportunity. Had it not been Ederson in keeper, that could have been 6-7. Like,
Crazy.
I'm so thankful that the score ended up only being what it was, but we look poor. We look poor and we look vulnerable. And I'm not looking at this like some of you rivals look at how to fix things at your clubs. And when I say you rivals, I don't necessarily mean you, Flawless, but those that always want to like throw money at it. Those always want to say like, get us more players. Where's the quality? I'm not looking at it that way. Again, I've circled this sun many times. You can see the platinums. It's not always fixing and going out and getting more. Fix your own house.
Yeah.
Pep needs to change something up. And I don't know if it's playing a little more confined in the sense of we don't need to commit everybody close to that 18-yard box of the opponent because they're going to catch us. We don't have the legs. Rodri could have sniffed out where the threat was and kind of get in there like Fernandinho was with the tactical foul and just snuff everything out. We don't have that anymore. Kova doesn't read the game that way. Gundogan can't anticipate and can't run back the way he used to. So we look shaky. This is going to demand Pep's best managerial job since he's been here. This is why Pep gets paid the big bucks. This is why everyone touts him as the best manager on the planet Earth. He's got to prove it.
Yeah.
He's got to prove it, and he's going to prove it without being a checkbook manager. No, I don't want to hear that from City fans. No, I don't. Hey, just get to January and let's buy some more. I don't want the fix to be fixed in January with the buying of a player.
You want it fixed
I want
now.
the fix to be made with adjusted tactics and get these players to play like treble, four-peat winners. That's what needs to happen. So I looked at a few, and if I'm going to be critical, I'm being critical of the defense. They have to trust each other. I saw Gavardio go in unnecessarily and tackle a man in the 18-yard box when Akanji was kind of right there to make whatever attempt he was going to do almost like impossible or difficult.
Yeah.
And he bailed him out by fouling him. I saw, hey, who am I to kind of call fouls to be a little loose, a little soft? I'm a different generation. No blood, no foul. But the way Mateus Nunes kind of put his hand, and obviously the player made the most of it, like he was twisted and falling to the ground, another penalty. These players need to trust either a defender's going to be there to help support or Ederson, let's see him make a save. These two fouls changed it completely. My man, those of you, quick to want to talk about Foden. Where is he? Where's the player of the year? The player of the year showed you first 4 minutes, easy, bang. Opportunities like that, Pep, we need to create more of those. We need to create more of those because the quality is there. Everybody want to question, without Haaland, where's the scoring coming from? The scoring's going to come from a man like Foden.
Yeah.
The scoring's going to come from even taking our chances and putting the ball into dangerous spots for Bernardo Silva or even Ilkay Gundogan. Make the passes. But I understand the hesitation because they're like, we lose possession. We don't know who's running back. We don't know who's going to be able to prevent a counter from happening.
Mm-hmm.
Pep's got to figure this out. Pep's got to earn. Well, he's been earning, but he's got to show why he gets it for another time. Why he gets this enormous, tremendous, well-deserved salary.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to figure it out with these current players. Now, I was happy going into this game. I saw a young player getting his debut. Pusey getting out there, being able to get a chance to play. Look promising, good pace, confident on the ball. Yeah. Again, he's got to strengthen up a little bit. As a defender, you got to own your space. So I'm not going to crash it on him. I'd like to see him play a lot more. Because again, I think defensively, that's where we need pace. He's quick. He's swift of feet, which is good. Akanji swift of feet, which is good. But we need to fix. Now, Haaland missing that penalty, I'm not going to lie to you. When I watch games, shout out to all my Liverpool fans and their players. When I watch games, I'm surprised when I see Darwin Núñez score. I'm like, oh, damn. Whoa, Núñez scored. I'm surprised when I see that. Now, the reverse happens when I'm watching my team and I'm watching Erling Haaland. And an opportunity like that, and when he misses, I have the Darwin. Whoa, he missed that. That's I did not expect that. And again, a miss to hit the crossbar. I know what he was getting at. You practice that, top shelf, make it difficult for the keeper. Couple inches underneath, he's all calm. But to miss it, I was like, I had my Darwin Núñez reaction. I was like, what? Darwin scored? What? Haaland missed? What? So it was a poor game overall. It was a poor game from beginning to end. And I was actually yelling at my TV. Do not put KDB on this pitch. Do not put KDB on this pitch.
Okay.
Because I'm like, the game's gone. The game's gone with regards to them and how they adjusted defensively to not make it possible to get back into even drawing this game. So KDB getting on in the 80th minute or whatever, I'm seeing it from maybe a Pep standpoint. Let me get some legs. Let's get KDB into game speed. Feel the grass underneath his cleats. But all I want is these players to play smart, play intelligent, and I didn't see that tonight. Those penalties were terrible, were sloppy. The defense was sloppy. If we know that we can't keep pace in the midfield, we can't keep pushing so high up the pitch. I've said this a few times on my channel. Pep, please respond to the DMs. Pep, we need to link up. I've got a few plays. I've got a few sketches, a few instructions that I know will cook. I know will work. We keep facing these 5 at the back, these low blocks. We keep facing teams that are ready to defend for their lives. And as soon as they get the ball, they're ready. It's a track meet. They're ready to just run downhill on us. Mm-hmm. If we're going to be facing teams like this, we can't be committing as many players forward. But I want to see more of an overload. What I like to see in a few instances in this game was Matheus Núñez out on that left because he's playing. And again, here's another thing: he was picked up for us as a midfielder. He's out there playing on the left wing, and he's out there playing on the left wing because we've got Doku trying to get back up to game speed. We got
wait, was Doku injured?
Doku's been injured, but he's been back subbed on the last 2 games. Last game and this one, but he was injured before that. All right. I need to see more of what Núñez was doing because he did more than what Jack would do in terms of holding possession, laying the ball off, but he comes right across. Even after he gives up the possession, he comes right across. So then there's an overload in the middle or even the right-hand side. I just want the forwards to do what they want to do what they have to do. And I want these passes. I want a threatening pass sent to Haaland. Even if it doesn't get to his foot, because a defender's going to panic. A defender is going to put an arm out to try to slow down Haaland. I need more of those opportunities. Pep, please respond to the DMs. Let's link up. I'll head over across the pond. We'll meet at your restaurant. Hey, let's talk. This game, flawless. You know what's funny?
Go on, talk to me.
City don't look good at all. They don't look good at all. And I've got to keep one eye. I've got to keep one eye open on what my ops are doing. I got to keep one eye open on what my ops.
One up.
No, don't do that. I got to keep an eye on my.
So who's
ops.
the other one? We got Liverpool, and who's the other one that you have to be concerned by?
Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
As poor as I look, you think I can ignore looking at Arsenal?
Absolutely.
As bad as I look right now, you think I should ignore Arsenal?
Absolutely.
Nah, man.
Okay. All right, so we'll do this again, but our internets will probably go down at the same time, even though we're on Wi-Fi together. You've been terrible this season, correct? By your City standards. You've been awful. Injuries.
Yeah.
Pep needs to adjust. Your players haven't been doing it. Defensively not been at it. Haaland's not scoring goals. All those things I just said you agree with, yeah? In regards to Manchester City. How many points? Hey, chat, let us know, because mine and Vader's internet always goes down at the same time. They're in tandem. Let me know what's the points gap between City and Arsenal in the league table, people.
Wallace. Okay, those of you in the chat, look up the points tally.
Please let me know in it, because like I said, mine and Vader's Wi-Fi go down at the same time.
But that's regardless of that's not the combo right now. The combo is different right now, because look at the performance you just saw tonight.
I hear that.
You got new information right now.
No, not disputing that. Bear in mind, I think that Sporting are the only team, and I think in Europe, in the league, and in the Champions League to be undefeated. I think so. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So the chat's saying it's 5 points. So you've been terrible, which I agree with. And you're still 5 points clear of them. So what happens if you become average? How bigger is the gap?
You see signs of me becoming average.
Yeah, I'm not doing
the predicting stuff. As of right now,
you're absolutely woeful.
You try to tell me you don't even pay attention to Arsenal. I'm like, listen, right now I got to pay attention to Arsenal.
You don't. They got to chat to Nottingham Forest in them, man. That's what Arsenal got to do. They got to worry about Forest.
I see what you did.
See, are they not below? They quick to tell me that I'm in 13th and can't chat to Brighton, Fulham, and them, man, because we below them, but they're below Forest and I can't bring it up.
Fair.
What's the difference?
Okay.
I'm just saying. Liverpool, I hear it. Arsenal, no, you didn't have to worry. Even if you were flying, you wouldn't have to worry about Arsenal. Sorry, 4 point difference. Thank you.
Tackle the chat. I gotta deal with something.
Do your thing, man. I will too. I get to it. First and foremost, big up to my guy Saeed for the raid. Hey, Saeed, love, much appreciated. Big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid. There's now over 500 people in here. We're only at 49 likes. We need 100 likes, people. Let's get us to triple digits. Let's start there. Like check 1 2 1 2. My bad, Black Diamond. I didn't see what my man said, so that's why. I thought he was talking about the City centre back, and you thought, because I seen him put that, and I was like, he wasn't being offensive. I'm gonna get to the super chat in a second as well. Continue to get your questions in for everybody who's joining. This is the Manchester United Manchester City show. Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast. So we discuss both Manchester clubs. So get your questions in. Please just keep them Manchester United or Manchester City related. The links underneath. I kept saying above, people, as my head of creative told me. You need to stop pointing above, because for me it's actually above on the StreamYard, but for you lot it's below. Veta Games TV. Did I actually even add the link in the title? Subscribe to Veta Games TV, which is Veta's channel, people. Yes, I did. So the link is underneath in the description. Veta Games TV. I'm going to ask him, Young Wizard who asked about it. Yes, Veta's been explaining it. Once he's back, he'll explain further. Let me get to a couple things as well. Big up to Stay Humble, Hustle Hard 29 for the super chat. Appreciated. He said, Haaland said, stay humble, He scored 1 Premier League goal in 5 games, 3 consecutive losses for City, and a missed penalty in a game City got spanked. That is very, very true. That is very, very true. Big up to Lex. Been a member of the channel for 12 months. That's crazy. Big up to Lex. Why are you allowing this guy to talk? Cook him. Because I want to hear his thoughts on the game. That's why. That's why. We going to get to everything else. I want to let him talk so I know what's going on. Because a lot has gone on with Manchester City. They've lost 3 games in the last time that me and Veta spoke. So that's why. I want to know his thoughts on everything that's going on. Big up to Ak. I'll bring this back up once Veta gets it. He says, big up Veta, we need signings in January. He's been a member of the channel for 5 months. Appreciated. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. But again, subscribe to Veta Games TV. The link's underneath It's in the title, people. It's underneath in the title. Click it. Go subscribe to his channel. Big up again to Saeed for the raid as well. And big up Stay Humble, Hustle Hard for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, you don't need to hear that, Lex. Don't say we. You don't need to hear that. You can click X, my friend. Big up to Sunshine. Says 3 games in a week is mad. That's the thing. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? 3 games in a week is mad. It's crazy. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Hit that like button. Shout out to Sunshine every single time. Let's see what else you lot are saying. Big up to everyone, man. If I missed you and I didn't say big up individually, I apologize. But big up all the regulars, all the mods, all the members, etc., etc. Big up to Spoobs. Says Amorim coming out second half and slapping City up. Feels good. Smoke emoji, smoke emoji. And you mentioned this before we continue, but one of your own in AC has said, big up Vader, we need signings in January. So even though you're looking to see improvements from now up until January, do you want signings in January? So let's say he fixes it and you lot play better. Do you still want signings?
I think it was we addressed this earlier. Earlier in the season, I should say, when we looked at the signings and it was Gundogan and Savino, and I was telling you, listen, I don't know about this season. I said I think we got to prioritize on what we actually go after. I don't think it's going to be hey, Champions League, we got this. League, we got this. FA, I think we're going to have to pick and choose, as I said it early in the season. And if we don't get signings in January, then yeah, we're going to have to prioritize something over something else. If we do go and get signings in January, then it's kind of like, yeah, you know what? Multiple trophy type season, we can have that expectation. But 4K, the reason why I said I don't want the signings right now, or I don't want us as a fan base to be like, you know what? Everything will be all right. Let's get to January and get some signings. I want the fix to be possible without these signings. I want the fix to be done with regards to these players. And again, man to man, fix up. These players are more than capable to be delivering a performance that's not like what we just saw. That's not a loss to Bournemouth, right? And again, even with the player rotation, even with the injuries, that's not a loss to Spurs. Because we had opportunities to win that game or even draw it and take it to pens. Like we're better than what we're seeing. And I feel that I may not see the signs on how it fixes up for a couple games. Our next game is Brighton.
I'm looking at Brighton away, then Spurs at home, Liverpool away, Palace away. That's just your Premier League. Never mind. In between that final, that home, and Juventus away in the Champions League. And then you got Manchester United and Villa. Jesus, your run is crazy up until Christmas.
This run needs to be fixed with the current players, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, even with hopes of players getting healthy, getting back, I'm not looking at how vulnerable we look to be like, oh, we need more players or we need our players healthy. No, this 11 that we had, yes, okay, you want to look at the youngsters that we had, okay, that's fine. But I think even how we were performing, it's not let's get healthy. These players need to tap in. These players need to be like, we're going to get everyone's best shot. We're treble four-peat winners. We get the best performances regardless of whatever club's in front of us because everybody wants to take the crown away from the king. Everybody.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
This upcoming game versus Brighton, you think Brighton's gonna be on
a tough game still. That's gonna be a tough game for you, though. Your run is crazy. Your run is crazy.
The run
all the way up until
the run is a bad one.
Boxing Day is mad.
What I need to be careful of. What I need to be careful of is not getting overly confident or cocky.
Okay.
And I deeped it. Well, so you know me, man. This is 4D chess. I take my time. When today, after this result, because again, when the games get played, for me, the game kicks off at 3 p.m. my time. Okay. Mm-hmm. So after the game, after the result, I'm like, I need some fresh air. I need the sun's rays to replenish this. But I had to get outside and just let me level set. And what I do is I then start calculating. I start thinking, I can't get overconfident with my club being prepared to write everything and get ready to take on this title race and just expect it like that. I can't get in that mode when I can't allow myself to get in that mode and just think, oh, everything's gonna fix up because I don't
Of
hear
course.
enough confidence from the rivals. So I can't allow myself to get chill and be like, I got this because Liverpool fans don't want to say a peep about them winning the league. I gotta keep my eye on the prize because every Liverpool fan, as terrible as I look, as poor as I look, they still don't claim that this league's theirs. They still don't claim like they're quote unquote top of the league. They got this. They're not moving that way. They're moving like, hey, wait until City fix up. They'll go on the run. I can't fall into that. I can't fall into the it's just going to happen. As much as Liverpool fans want to downplay the fact that they're top of the league and they look exceptionally good. I didn't watch the full game. I only saw highlights, but I'm gonna watch the full 90. What they did versus Leverkusen, you think, like you said, I should only be looking at one op? I hear that, but I'm keeping a very close eye on Liverpool.
Absolutely. You gotta look. You can't ignore their stat.
I can't
Can't
ignore their
ignore their
stat.
stat.
I can't ignore their start, and I can't
No.
ignore the fact that they don't talk with chest about winning this league. I
But we know
can't
why they
ignore that.
don't. We know why they don't talk with chest about winning the league. Because they don't have belief in their team. Come on now. We know
That's not
this.
true. That's not true. They believe it. They're not saying it. That's why I can't fall
Oh,
for
you
the
reckon some of them
okey-doke.
are hiding? All right, fairs, maybe.
They are hiding. They are hiding because you don't put a performance like that in Champions League. You don't have the run on what they do. And we know what Nottingham Forest are right now. We see how high they are in the standings.
Yeah.
So that blip, that loss that they have, Liverpool are for real. Their fans don't talk like they're for real. Their fans are gonna, move like mice, but they're incredibly dangerous. And I can't just be like three losses on a bounce, possibly four, and be like, you know what, everything's gonna fix up. We're calm.
Nah, you have to.
I'm
Of course, there's cause for it. Of course, you're going to be concerned because
huge,
of the way
huge
you're playing
concern,
and the results. Of
huge
course.
concerns.
Yes.
And where I need it to actually just get dialed in. I need it dialed in. Kova, Foden, and listen, I never expected Gundogan to play every game.
Mhm.
I didn't expect him to play every game. We missed him last season. We were like looking for the Gundogan replacement. We got him back, but it was to get him back, not to play every game. So I was happy to see KDB travel. The game result, right? The fact that we were down by so many, I was like, don't put him on. But if you're putting KDB on that pitch just to get game speed, okay, cool. But if I can get Kova, just be alert. You don't have to commit so much. And hopefully we don't have to commit so much because we got KDB who can deliver passes on a plate. So hopefully we don't have to have so many players up in the advanced areas, and KDB can ping the passes necessary. He can unlock Foden. He can unlock Holland. I need KDB, Kova, Foden in that midfield. Whoever out wide, Savino, Doku, Holland, Nunez, let's make that work. But I need an anchor. I need someone staying back.
Yeah, facts.
I need someone staying back, and I think we can. I think we'll be okay. I'm in trouble. Plus, I'm in trouble. This 5P is in trouble, and I'm. This might be a disaster show next week if I lose to Brighton.
Yeah, you lot got to beat Brighton. 100%.
That'll be
With the
4
running
losses
you've
on
got,
the bounce.
it's very, very tough, especially if Liverpool keep winning. Especially if Liverpool keep winning. Yes, I agree with you. Pep needs to sort it out. You lot, both things need to happen. One, Pep needs to sort it out from a tactical standpoint, and your players have to improve. You need to go again in January as well.
I got to revert back to my Manchester City ways 3 years ago.
Okay.
I got to go back to 3 years ago. No disrespect, Liverpool fans, but I wasn't checking the fixture list last year for you guys. I wasn't checking the fixture list 2 seasons ago. I was like, who are Arsenal play? What do Arsenal have to do? I was not checking any type of advanced fixtures for Liverpool. I got to go back 3 years now. Now I got to go back to the who are Liverpool playing? Who are they playing next week? Because I can't afford points to be stacked between us. They can't keep winning games. And if I lose this weekend to Brighton, what's that? What's that? 5 games? I mean, 5 points?
If
5
they
points
win,
off
one
top.
second, I'll tell you now. Yeah, it'd be 5 points. Say you lose to Brighton and they beat Villa, they got Villa at home. You'll be
5
5
points off top, and then I got Spurs after that. I believe it is not looking.
Yeah, your
good.
fixture list is in the Premier League, even across all comps. But Brighton away, Spurs at home, Liverpool away.
No, you got to look
Forest
at all
at home,
comps too, because I'm running
Palace
out of
away,
bodies.
United at home in the Manchester derby, and then Villa away following that. And yeah, you do have Feyenoord at home, which won't be easy. And then before that, it's after that, sorry, Juventus away in December.
Every game stacks up because this is more kilometers on these players' legs. These are possible 50-50s that may. I know Rivals been praying for days like this. I know Rivals been waiting. They've been waiting for this, and this is why I say this is going to be Pep's greatest season of managing, because I'd be calm, I'd be stressed. I wouldn't be growing any more platinums if players were healthy. I think 5 more platinums came through because of the injuries.
Who's missing currently right now? Stones, Diaz, Rodri. Are they the
Stones, Diaz, Rodri, Oscar Bob, Jack Grealish.
Okay, so they're the 5. All right.
And going into Bournemouth, obviously KDB was one of those players. Walker came off injury but played. I need us to play some of the most systematic football. Not put these players in any type of jeopardy. I'm stressed right now. It might be a full platinum beard by the end of the season. And again, it's too soon. Flawless. These stresses are too soon right now. These
you never want to be stressed. That's
late
facts.
in the season, not right now.
Yeah, I understand why you are stressed, which is great to see. You know what I'm saying? It's great to see City on the ropes. Great to see Veta stressed because of his football team. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Because you're just here cool, calm, and collected, picking up dubs or maybe a draw. Or it's like, all right, we close. So, yeah.
Wow.
So it's great to see there actually be concerns and Pep be under pressure to do something, which he is capable of doing. But it's just good the fact that he has to. He has to change something up.
Yeah, he's gonna have to change something up. I think what
and the players got to step up.
Yeah, the players that I think,
and you got a great run coming up as well, which is beautiful. Oh yeah, man, you lot running the gauntlet. I love it.
Those
I might start doing some City watchalongs. You lot running the gauntlet.
His flawless is light. I don't like his light. His lighting is too crispy today. His lighting is too crisp. Normally, I can't really see him. It's kind of like in the shadows. He is 2, 3. He's too high def right now.
It's because the red is just bouncing. That's what it is. It's the red on accident.
He didn't even play today. He's all giddy. I think I'm also really disappointed. I'm really disappointed with the result because of how gassed United fans are with this whole manager talk now.
Oh yeah, but you knew that was gonna happen though. Either way.
Nah, it's at another level. Catching a win. Okay.
Amorim'S army, man. You know what I'm saying? You just battered Pep. What do you expect? Of course the fan base is gonna go overboard. I've already seen think pieces of it already on Twitter. Long ass threads. And in personal, the reason why I didn't watch the game, because I'll see Amorim when he gets here. The result today in that game didn't matter to me. I'll see Amorim when he gets here. Has no bearing on his fortunes at Manchester United. We play you lot in the derby in December. You think I'm going to look to that game as some form of comfort or no. I'm looking at what Amorim does leading into that. I'm looking at City's form into that. But hey, let us go. Hey, don't let us go to your place because it's at your place and get a dub. That's all I'm going to say. I might pull up outside. We go to your place and get a dub.
The way things look right now, you could come to the Etihad.
Depends on Amorim. It really depends on his impact if he has this impact on the team. I'm looking.
I think even Rude managing right now would get a result.
Rude won't be in charge, so that's good. Rude won't be in charge for you. But shout out to Rude though, man, because he's doing what needs to be quiet. He's doing and has done so far what is required and what was required.
You know what's funny though?
Go on.
Every fan base complains about their transfer window. So I get except for you guys. I mean, you guys maybe.
I understand. I had, even though our window was good, I still had complaints about it. But it was
that's what I'm saying. Every fan base complains about their windows.
Because
Like
everyone wants to aim to
no
be a
fan
10
is
out of 10 window.
satisfied with what the board would have done with regards to getting players.
Nah, some
So
Arsenal fans were saying 8 out of 10 window, but that's a whole different conversation. But we move. Go on, as you were. Man laughed, you know.
some
That's
of
a
them were,
genuine
but
thing.
they were hating on the Sterling. Well, some of them tried to flip the narrative with regards to Sterling. Some of them tried to say, it was. I mean, again, I think it was a good transfer window because business-wise, I'm old school, flawless. I'm old school. I look at offense and defense. I look
Absolutely.
at getting rid of players as well as taking on players. The fact that
Absolutely.
Arsenal got rid of some of that dead wood made a lot of sense. It was good business, right?
It's who they brought in is the issue.
Exactly. Now, when I watch games too, I mean, everybody's quick to praise what a player does offensively, but it's very rare where you see like, yo, did you see so and so put in that last ditch tackle or put in that block? It's rarely talked about, but I look at games that way. That's why when it's a matter of, oh, you didn't create enough or you didn't have any opportunity, well, at the same time I'm looking, well, my defense was really damn good, and my defense didn't allow you to have many opportunities. But these upcoming games, I gotta tell you,
It's gauntlet, man. I didn't realize this. Hey, City gonna be back on the watch along list, people. I was saying on a regular. Jeez, we gonna watch these games. We gonna watch these games. City, we is on City watch. These are gonna be very interesting. Very starting with that Brighton game. Oh, there will be that. We will be doing that over on the Sarcasm City TV playback. We will be there. We will be there. Spurs at home to Tottenham. We will be there. 1st of December, away at Anfield. We will be there. 4th of December, I think United play that day, but if we're not, at home to Nottingham Forest, we will be there. Palace away, probably not. And then, of course, the Manchester Derby. We will be there. Then they've travelled to Villa Park. We will be there, people. We will be there for watchalongs. Sarcasm City TV playback.
Listen, I think if I have anything to really be positive about,
Go on.
it's that this result is a kick in the butt. A manager like Pep is going to look at every player in his eyes, and he's going to demand that they play to the level. And we'll know who's up for it, who's not. It's going to be really telling. It's going to be really telling for me as when I see who the starting 11 is for Brighton. Because that's all Pep's going to be doing right now on the training pitch is like seeing who's following his instructions, seeing who is not dropping ahead and not playing to the level. So I'm going to be critical to see who the 11 is. And then it's all about the performances right now. Now it's just about get the result, remain healthy. That's how I'm watching games. And that's how I was actually watching the League Cup game versus Spurs. I was like, get through this without injuries. Because no Gavardio, no Akanji for that game. And I was like, I just want whoever is playing to be healthy. This is how I'm watching these games. Because that's really what's costing us. That's the reason why we've fallen off in terms of being top of the league. It's the injuries. And again, I can't. And when I was talking earlier about every fan base complains about their transfer windows, every fan base wants more. Everybody. I was listening to a Real Madrid fan bawling his eyes out, crying, losing his mind after this result.
Yeah, they've been bad though this season, so I get that.
They've been bad, but look at even when rival fans want to be like, you're a rich club, you have great scouting, you have great academies. Well, that doesn't prevent you from having spells like these. Because even Real Madrid, which all of you guys don't claim as rivals, I do because I want to win these UCLs.
Yeah, because you lot have gone head to head for Champions Leagues. You lot won the last 4 between you. Is it the last 4?
Games?
No, last 4 Champions Leagues overall. Is it not the last 4 between you two? There's no team outside of you two that have won it in the past 4 years?
Yeah.
Was it what was it? Was it Liverpool in 21?
It was Liverpool, then it ended up being Madrid. Oh wait, Chelsea was in there. No.
Nah, Chelsea was before that. Wait, Chelsea was 21. But yeah, I think it's you lot have won the last 3 between you. So that's why they're rivals for you lot. Because you lot have competed for you lot have been number 1 and number 2 now.
They should be rivals regardless. They should be looked at as rivals regardless.
I can't be rivals with them when we're not in the same competition.
I hear it. Mighty United just aren't there right now, but you guys will get back to it.
Oh, absolutely. With Amorim, we gonna be right back.
Oh
man. Yeah, we right back. We right back, man. Go win that Europa League. Absolutely, we go win that. Win the Europa League. Get us right back there. Go win that. I've been saying this.
I like that. I like
If
that.
we don't win the Europa League, something's gone wrong. Now, of course, context matters. We run into a side who's in one of the top European clubs. I mean, one of the top European leagues, and they're flying.
That word, absolutely. I like that word.
Yeah, man, I've been saying this. Like, I'm holding to high I rate him highly, so I'm holding him to high standards.
Okay.
You ain't a scrub. I don't hold you to the same standards I hold Rude.
I hear.
That's why I'm less critical of Rude for when people were crashing on him for the Chelsea game. He's the substitute. He's on holiday. He's a rental car. Why are you looking for rims and for tints and for the sound system to be crisp? You're here for 2 weeks. You're on holiday for 2 weeks. That's it. You just come in and improve the vibes, which he has done, which he did in the Chelsea game, because we competed against the side that, I keep saying this, and some United fans don't seem to like it. Chelsea are a better side than us, people. So therefore,
I don't know about that, Flawless. Flawless. No. Look, listen. Those of you, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We're about to get
run up the likes, people.
Run up the likes. Listen, Flawless, I don't know why you reacted that way when I said I don't know, because I just watched. And you're only as good as your last game. But I've been watching Chelsea play Liverpool, play you guys. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't see much. I didn't actually see a quality gap. I did not see a quality gap between you and Chelsea. And is it
you talking about in the game?
Yes.
Oh yeah, in the game. I'm not disputing that. In the game, we competed. By the time I'm talking overall, from an overall standpoint, they are a better side than us. This is why they're above us in the league. This is why they are 4th and we are 14th.
I think no, but again, this is why I listen to you,
13th.
Flawless. This is why I listen to you. This is why we're snipers on the opposite sides of the field. Hey, you had a couple. Ooh, that was close. Flawless almost caught me. I had some were just flying by my ears. You told me, and I remember this. Manager difference.
Absolutely, manager difference.
Squad wise, I think you have very close quality squad wise to Chelsea, but the manager side of things is why this gap is different.
Manager is different, of course, but despite that, I'm not a hater. I call it as I see it. Their midfield is better. Their midfield is miles better than ours, and their attack is miles better than ours. Of course, it is. They arguably if there's you tell me a better pivot in the league than Caicedo and Lavio.
No, great. They're great on paper.
That's my point. So no, we're not bypassing that. So they have the best pivot in the league. You add Palmer to that, they have the best trio in the league midfield wise.
Yeah, but they got to show up.
We have
they haven't been showing up. Those guys have not been showing up versus the big six. They have not been showing up.
But that's a whole different conversation. The point I'm making is not about their performances against Manchester United. I'm talking about before the game. Now, in the game, this is where I give Rude credit. We competed. That's all I've been asking for from Manchester United, because we are good enough to compete against anyone. Because as we've shown, Chelsea are a better side than us. However, we competed and should have won the game. We created the better chances.
Yeah.
So I look at it and go, okay, so of course managers matter. But the point I'm making about that is that's why I'm not crashing it on Rude, because all I needed him to do was bring positivity. That was it. Bring positivity and improve our performances for this short period of time. He's got 2 games left. Beat PAOK in the Europa League on Thursday, beat Leicester, and then we go into the Amorim era. And that's where I'm at. Then we go into the Amorim era. And listen to A. Solomon. Hey, before we continue, there's still over 470 of you lot in the building. Hit the like button. We're only at 102 likes. Let's almost just under double that, people. Let's get up to 200 likes. Subscribe to Vater's channel. The link's in the title, people. Right underneath of the video on YouTube, the link is in the title, Vater Games TV. Click the link. It opens up a new tab, and then you can subscribe to his channel. You should be subscribed if you're a City fan. You should be subscribed if you support Sarcasm City TV. You should be subscribed if you're a content creator fan, people. So yeah, with what Rude did, that's how I'm looking at it. And with Amorim, I've said this already because you was in the chat, Vater, and said, am I being less critical of the performance and the decisions made by Rude because it's Rude? Yes, I don't hold him to that high of a standard. That's why I didn't want him as the permanent manager now. Amorim's getting held to a higher standard because I think you are a better manager than that. So we're going to hold you to high standards, even with these players. And many people have mentioned it in the chat, on this live stream, in other live streams. We're all in agreement. Manchester United need better players. That goes without saying, we need better players. But forget summer 2025. What I need Amorim to do once he lands is implement his system and get more out of the players that he has. because he is capable of doing that if he is indeed as good a manager as I think he is, in the general consensus he is. I keep going back to it. I use Aston Villa and Emery when he got there. They was under Gerrard. They was battling relegation. Nobody said that team was a Europa League side. The general consensus was Gerrard is a terrible manager. The players are terrible. They're championship level. They could potentially get relegated. He added one player, and all he added was a left back. He didn't add Roberto Carlos. He didn't add Maldini. Throwback. He didn't add Taribo West. He didn't add Dennis Irwin or Ashley Cole or Patrice Evra people. He added a left back. Can't remember who the left back was. And they went from 17th to 7th just by managing. So that's what I'm expecting Amorim to do in terms of improvement. As much as I don't rate these players, and you lot know, anyone who's watched me for any significant amount of time, in particular over this summer, knows how much I don't rate these players. But can you get more out of these players? Absolutely, he can get more out of these players. Like me and Spoobs was talking about yesterday, do you expect to see an improvement in the attack? As we see in Garnacho receiving heavy criticism for his Chelsea performance. I do. Go out 2 goals a game. You got 27 games. You go 2 goals a game, that's 54. If we beat Leicester 1-0, then we'll have 10 goals. And then if you had 54, that's 64 overall. That's a solid return. It's not great, but it's a solid return for what we have. And then that's in the summer. You then identify what you need, identify the players you want to keep, whether that's for a season or longer, identify who you want to sell, and then we kick on in 25, 26. I have high hopes for him. Go on, Vay. I know you got questions, so floor is yours.
25, 26.
Yeah, the year 25, 26, the season. Next season.
Next season.
I want him to kick on. That's what I was saying at the end. I want him to kick on the year 20. So the season starting 25 to 26. I then want you
to build up. I know you
to build up. And none of this process people. I don't know. I don't. This, as a P word I like, and there's one I don't do processes. I do progress. I'm on this progress, and that's progress into actual goals and achievements and accolades. Say again.
Omar Barada gave you a date though. He gave you a date in terms of.
Oh, he said 2028, but like I'm not even looking at the Premier League yet. I'm looking at you to, like I said, make the improvements this year, and then make further improvements next year. And as you get more of your players in, and we get more talented players, because football is a system game, we should continue to see improvements.
I hear it.
As you're added in, and then come the season 26, 27, the start of that, you then had 2 summer windows. So then it's starting to resemble more of your team. And more of the players you don't want should be gone. So therefore, 26, 27, 27, 28, that's when we should see the real improvement. That's when we'll see exactly where you're at.
But I think you might have to, I mean, system-wise, I think the whole players that the manager wants type thing, that's changing, right? There's apparently Ineos, they haven't been doing players for manager, they've been doing players for club. But I get Amorim's going to have his own system.
Profiles. Go and get profiles.
I got you.
When I say the players the manager wants, that's what I mean, not necessarily individual. I'm tired of names. Don't give me names. Give me profiles.
You're United.
Like, obviously, I'll say things like Alphonso Davies is available on the free. Of course, if we can get Alphonso Davies to play left wing, that fits perfectly.
United. You guys like the big names, though.
But that's a dream. But the point where I'm at is people have mentioned it. Oh, go get Eze. Go get Akudas, for example. 2 very good players who I think would do very well in the system of playing 2 10s. However, go get me player for half a price that's close to their levels. This is where it's on the recruitment. This is where it's on Amorim himself. You've been managing long enough to have a scouting network yourself in regards to ideas of players. Go on.
You think so? Correct me if I'm wrong, but is Garnacho not an academy player?
Yes, he is. He classed as an academy player.
Is Diallo?
I don't think Diallo might qualify. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Diallo might.
Okay, and you obviously got Manu.
Oh, we got United. Carrington is always produced. We produce players like the world produced, like China and India produce babies. You know what I'm saying? We always producing.
You always producing. Wait, so who are you hanging your hat on in terms of?
Oh, forget quality. I'm just talking about Carrington players being there. There's always players. Carrington always got players. Look at our bench. I think since the start of the Premier League, we've always had an academy graduate on the bench. There's some record that we've got. Every time we've always got.
Is that really like a record? Like you just make sure that...
Personally, I couldn't care where the players are from. I'm just saying, for instance, that is the Manchester United quote unquote way. I couldn't care less. All the players could be foreign. I just want to win.
I hear it.
I don't
That
look at your
sounded
passport.
more like commercial, Man United commercial club type talk with regards to always having
it's definitely it's PR. United know what they do.
Now,
because our academy is vastly overrated, but that's a whole different conversation.
Flawless. The reason why, and this freaking loss to Sporting just derailed my whole night. But I was, and you know what? Yeah, I'm still going to talk about it.
Talk about it.
Even though City are no longer top of the league. Those of you on Spotify, please make your way over to YouTube. Give this man the sub. And he mentioned that I've got a channel as well. Head over to Manchester.
Links underneath in the
Manchester
description. It's in the
City
title.
fan
It's in
channel.
the title.
Go over, hit that sub button. Now, I do a show called Say Intelligent Agendas, and that's gonna be showcasing on Thursday.
Love that.
And it's the reason why I really enjoy that show is because I got other City fans on there. We want to talk about it, but I might switch things up. I might switch things up and look to get some rivals on, because sometimes you hear what they have to say, but you don't get to kind of question it or ask them questions.
Absolutely.
And I've heard far too long Liverpool fans complaining about their ownership.
Mm-hmm.
I could complain about my ownership. United can complain about their ownership. Real Madrid fans.
Wait. What did your ownership not do?
Well, the logic is my ownership hire the people that make the decisions, and the people that make the decisions fall short, right? The Glazers get crapped on all the time because they spent money, but it's who they spent money on with regards to making footballing decisions.
Facts, but the intent, your ownership has been extremely successful. They've done their job.
Yeah, but isn't spending intent? Isn't that how it's usually measured?
Not if you give it to an idiot.
Again, so the owners decided on who the idiot is, right?
Because it wasn't when at our cost. Bear in mind, Manchester United's owners only really spend when we're outside the Champions League. That's when their issue lies. Because it's a money grab.
The pattern's been when they spend big, it's because
normally when you look at our biggest signings, which you mentioned about big names, go check them out. When we signed Ibrahimovic, when we signed Pogba, Manchester United were not in the Champions League. A lot of our big money signings and big players we signed when we were not in the Champions League. Because these things, you can't kid a kiddo.
No, but hold on. Signings happen months in advance. Right? So they would have been talking to them before you would have fallen out of top four.
Yeah, because they know because they know we weren't finishing top four. Anyone with a brain can see. What do you mean? Oh, come on.
Weren't you fifth when you got Pogba? You guys weren't far.
Wasn't that the year? I think we were six.
Oh my goodness.
I think we were six.
Okay.
And bear in mind as well, it adds into PR as well, like you mentioned also. But don't say you can complain about your ownership, because your ownership, their intent, like I mention all the time, is to win at all costs, and they do that. Their intent, they might fall short from season to season. How long has your ownership been in charge in Manchester City? When did they hire you? When did they buy you lot? Let's do the math.
Flawless.
Let's do that. Since we were going there, let's do the math.
You're taking the combo. You're taking the combo to somewhere else.
This guy tried to sneak in his ownership with the Glazers and that. Nah.
No,
and FSG. Joke, man. So Andrew, 2008. So from 2008 to 2024.
Get out of here. We're not talking about that.
So over. That's wait. How many years is that? 2008 to 2024. I don't want to get this wrong, people. So let's go for this, because this Vader man is a joke, man. So yeah. So 2008 to 2024. How many years is that, people? And then we're gonna see how many trophies City have won from 08 to 2020. You know what? I got Google. 1 second. Let me do this. It is. We're gonna do this.
Wallace is taking the convo here. He doesn't need
because you tried to sneak in. Oh, your ownership don't do what's supposed to. So we're gonna see what's supposed to is not like. 1 second.
I tried to point out that everyone can complain about what their
you can't complain. You have no complaints about your ownership. So since 2008 Premier Leagues, you won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Premier Leagues, FA Cups, 1, 2, 3.
Why
League
you gotta do
Cups. 1, 2, 3,
I don't
4,
like this
5,
wallet.
6,
I don't
and
like
then
this
and
guinea.
then Champions Leagues 1. So wait, let me just clarify that. So that's Premier Leagues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 Premier Leagues. FA Cups that's 9, 10, 11 trophies overall. So 12 major trophies. And then the League Cups, which you can say is like third tier. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 18. Not too shabby. But hey, we move. Go on, as you were. So 18 trophies they've won, 13 of them being major honours. One of them being a treble. Some doubles. 4-peating. That's never been done before, like Veta said. Like he explained, like, like the great Fergie and Wenger and Mourinho and Ancelotti's couldn't do. But, we move. Go on, as you were, man. As you were.
Oh my goodness! Listen, everybody can complain
Even
about
Jess is
their
saying
own.
this, yo. Even Jess is saying this. Even Jess is like, this is even. Man tried to sneak in the City ownership with the Glazers and FSG.
Wait, can I speak in terms?
Yeah.
Of,
Go on. Yeah. Go on.
I'm speaking in terms of fans being disappointed with what the owners or who the owners hire and the decisions that those that were hired make. I was talking in generality, but we get this. Just you get this because again.
Big up to Andrew. He's propping you.
No. I respect it, but I did need him chiming in with the 2008, giving more fuel to the combo. I just want to point out that when you have the conversation about the owners hired so and so falling short, we can all complain. We can all complain about our owners in that case, right?
No, you don't get to. We can. You don't.
But it's the same logic, though.
And it's not the same logic because your owners did what they're supposed to do. You've won 8 league titles and a Champions League in their reign. That's a phenomenal return. Never mind the FA Cups and League Cups. Now you could critique certain points and go, maybe we could have done a little bit more in this window.
Yeah, but
that window.
Okay.
But in general, they've done their thing. Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
So if we're doing that, because obviously we don't know what's happening in the future, but we obviously know what's happened from the past to now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
if you using this logic, trophy counting on me, when were the Glazers? 2003?
05.
05. So if you want to go 05 to 2013,
yeah, we won a
could
lot
I
of that period.
have said the owners did what the owners were good. The owners delivered on you doing the whole trophy count.
No, because here the thing is, we had 2 GOATs in our field, number one. No, I'm explaining why. We won in spite of them. No, I'll explain why, Alex. I will explain why and do it very, very clearly for those that don't know. So we'll go in the time machine because I was around them times. We won in spite of them. So for those that don't know, when United three-peated and won the Champions League in 08, when we three-peated, so we won the Premier League 3 years in a row and won the Champions League, why do you think there was green and gold scarves in the crowd? And you know how I know there was green and gold scarves in the crowd, people? Because I was there in my green and gold scarf. I've still got it to this day. Because I went to the knockout game against Lyon and the knockout game against Roma. So the round of 16 leg and the quarter-final leg, I was there in the stadium. They managed to go to the semi-final. Place was bouncing. Because any Manchester United fan with the brain could see what was happening and could see that as much as we were successful, it wasn't win at all costs for them and how much more we could have won in that period. That's why when you look at certain windows, it wasn't. After, for instance, when we sold Cristiano Ronaldo, go look at our window following that. For those that don't know, 'cause I can't be bothered Googling it, Google Manchester United's window the year we sold Cristiano Ronaldo, which would have been 2007? No, because he won it in 08 and then we got beat in the final. It would have been 2010. No, 09, sorry, 09. Would have been 2009. So let me know, people, the window we had. Go check out windows. So we've sold arguably the best player in the league, arguably the best player in Europe. Go look at our window following that. And go tell me that's the intent to win at all cost. Bear in mind, we got a world record fee for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, and then you would have lost the league.
Yes.
And then what did you do the following year?
Then we signed Van Persie. Did we sign? No, Van Persie wasn't that year. It was the Ashley Young year, where that team wasn't that good. If you're talking 2011, yeah, because we lost it the following year and then won it in 2011. And that team was not good. And you know, I know that team wasn't good. Everyone else was just terrible. We won 4 away games the entire season.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we won. So as much as everyone crashed on Ten Hag for his poor away record last season and it was woeful, the United team that won the league, their away record was worse, people. Just go check it.
See, this is where...
So my point I'm making is that their intent was not to do that. And then when Fergie and Gill left, you really see what happened. Then we won it in 2013. We got Van Persie because Van Persie pretty much fell into our lap. Won the league.
He didn't fall in your... What do you mean fell in your lap?
Literally, he wanted to leave Arsenal. What do you mean?
Yeah, and he went...
He knew what it was like. It's like getting a girl out of a broken relationship. The easiest shit in the world.
Oh my God.
I'm
he
saying
could have went anywhere. He went to United though. That's
because he was the smartest move for him. Because of Sir Alex.
Okay.
Here the thing is, if we don't have Sir Alex, we don't get him. Glazers ain't pushing to go and get him. Your ownership would do everything in their power to get someone, but hey, we move. But the point I'm making is that's why it's not the same.
Well, the funny thing is when we kind of do the whole back in hindsight, look at what was spent, what wasn't spent. And we want to, again, with the logic of the owners hired so-and-so, after we won with Mancini, we didn't retain. We actually didn't strengthen to go and do a back-to-back. After we then won it with Pellegrini. We had some terrible signings. And again, not to retain, not to do it back-to-back. So what
were you doing in that period of time?
What?
What were you doing in that period of time upstairs? What was your hierarchy doing? You know, and I know what they were doing. What was your hierarchy doing during that period of time? What year did Pep join you lot?
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, no. Let's go there. What year did Pep join you lot? What was the year?
So hold on. We are okay to take a year off, not invest in the manager because
no, that's not okay. And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair critique.
So that's all I'm saying. Like there's moments, and again, I'm not going to be overly critical of my ownership, right?
You definitely shouldn't be. You won 8 league titles, mate, and the Champions League and a treble and 4-peated. You have no excuse to say anything bad about your ownership.
The reason why I'm saying this is because we could all look at our ownerships and being like, you know what?
No, you can't. We can. Me, Liverpool, Arsenal. Yes.
I just pointed out after winning it, they didn't invest properly, and they chose not to invest and then wait to go and get Pep. That's not right. So
no, that's not right. That's not right.
So back then, if we were talking back then, and I said flawless, I'm not happy with my.
I'd hear the criticism. But short-term pain for long-term gain. It's like tanking in the NBA. Would you tank? Would you tank? Wait. But you didn't know, but they did. No.
That we're coming forward though.
You didn't know, but they know. You're an NBA guy. Would you tank? Would you tank to get the next Michael Jordan? Would you tank to get the next Michael Jordan? You don't want your NBA team to lose, but would you tank to get a Michael Jordan-esque player? You're saying he's the best. You wouldn't tank to get a Michael Jordan.
No.
Hey, chat, NBA fans, would you tank to get a Michael Jordan player? Because Vader has said, and I agree to an extent, Pep, generational without doubt, arguably the best manager on the planet. So you quote unquote tank to season to get the best manager on the planet.
He is the best manager.
Okay, so we'll go with that. You tank to get the best manager on the planet.
No, you don't need to tank in football. This is what I'm saying. You don't need to do that. That's why I disagree with the whole.
I don't know if you tank though, but I'm just using that from a basketball perspective because I know what your tanking and my tanking is different. You lot could get De Bruyne and your goals at the average window. I know what you're like.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But the reason why I want to have this combo, right? And again, this whole thing got derailed because of freaking Champions League and this result.
Pick up Sam. Of course, Sam. We all know we would.
No,
we all know we would.
No. Listen, there's honor amongst certain people. All right, there used to be honor amongst thieves. That doesn't happen anymore. The whole idea of tanking is terrible. It's actually terrible with North American sports.
I agree with that.
So that's why, hey, some of us would do it. Some of us would.
If you tank and build a dynasty, was it the right move? Yes.
No. Oh my.
If you tank and build a dynasty, that's the right move.
No. You can build a dynasty without tanking.
No. Of course you can. But if you choose to go the other route and you tank or quote unquote take a season off, bear in mind, like I said, you lot was putting the wheels in motion to get Pep anyway, which was brilliant on your side. They got it correct. They got it right.
So
they didn't get it right.
All right, so now we're bringing the conversation around. You
Let's
talking
bring
about tanking, you talking about being efficient. So then why do fans crash it on this owner then?
Because
Why do
they're
fans
not.
crash it on an efficient, maybe not choosing to win every
Stop.
season?
Vale. Stop. Using that E word, man. Efficient. That's not what you are.
No,
Manchester City's ownership isn't efficient. It's not efficient. It's quality. It's wanted to be the best. The reason why Liverpool fans crash it on FSG, you know why? Because they're not trying to win at all cost. You lot were putting
Tanking
people
is
in.
not winning at all costs, though. Flawless. Tanking.
No, in the long term, yes, it is, because as these seasons was going on, maybe on the pitch you weren't doing the business, and I'm actually going to check your windows. Maybe on the pitch you wasn't doing the business, but you know what you was doing off the pitch? Doing the business. Off the pitch, you lot did the business.
Flawless. Fans don't want to hear about this. Liverpool
No. Fans don't. I agree with you. I agree with you. Fans don't want to hear about it at the time, and I'm not disputing them at that time.
They still don't want to hear it now.
No, there's no City fans by you that want to complain.
They don't want to hear about an ownership looking to improve facilities. They don't want to hear about an ownership looking to reinvest in the area. They only want to hear about first team signings.
Yeah, 110%. And that's right. I ain't disputing that. I'm not disputing that whatsoever. What I'm talking about is that FSG are not win at all costs at Liverpool Football Club.
But Flawless.
Go on.
The same way you and Hussam said you would tank. When you choose to take a season or two to tank, that's not winning at all costs. That's actually choosing to take a couple seasons off.
I don't actually think... I'm using the word tanked. I don't think you tank like that, but you are aiming to win at all costs.
No, but you brought up the example. No, but you brought up the Michael Jordan example.
Win that term. Yeah, it's okay. It's not win at all costs now, but it's long term. It is. Have they been a success long term?
Chicago, where the Chicago Bulls?
No, forget Chicago Bulls. Manchester City Football Club. Has your ownership been successful long term? You know the answer and I know the answer. So that means they've made more decisions that are right than wrong. Now you can critique certain windows. That's fine. Same way with Pep. Pep's been a success at Manchester City. You can critique certain results, certain games, him not winning the Champions League more, him underachieving in Europe. That don't take away from him being a success overall. Klopp did it at Liverpool. Was Klopp a success at Liverpool as a manager? Absolutely. Yeah. Should Klopp have won more? Absolutely. But he was a success. So there is critique there, but overall he was a success. At FSG, a success at Liverpool overall?
Yes.
No, they're not. No.
Flawless.
They're not.
Flawless. Where were Liverpool before FSG?
Doing very badly.
You have to bring these things into context. Where were Liverpool before FSG?
True.
That's why I'm like, listen, we gotta chill. And I said all of us complain about ownerships. All of us.
I'm just not hearing you. More. I hear it from shout out to Bunt. I hear it from Hassam. I hear it from other United fans. I hear it from Spurs fans. Jez can tell me that. You lot can't tell me that. You lot who have won 8 league titles.
Fans, Real Madrid fans. Everybody says they're the pinnacle. Everybody says the standard should be Real Madrid. Look at their UCLs. Look at what they've been doing.
Absolutely.
They complain about their ownership. And you're telling me I can't complain about my ownership?
Don't complain. No, they don't complain about their ownership when they're winning. They don't complain about their ownership when they're winning. Where was them complaining last season?
Wait. What fan base complains when they're winning?
That's my point. You lot have won consistently. Real Madrid in recent times have won consistently. If you win consistently, you know what that does to the fan base? Shuts them up. Unless you're like Manchester United, who could see the writing on the wall and it was clear as day to see what the Glazers were doing. But the reason why Real Madrid fans don't complain consistently is because they have won often in recent times. What have they won? 2 Champions Leagues in the last 3 years, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it 2 in the last 3? And you've won the last 4 league titles, correct? Including the Champions League and the treble.
Yeah.
All right, so that means your ownership have got it right in the past for Madrid the last 3-4 years and for Manchester City the last 4 or 5 years. The reason why Liverpool fans complain about FSG is because they are successful in spite of them. It's not because of them.
Okay. You're being mad disrespectful. Because you're being mad disrespectful. This person right here, FSG, deserve more credit for what's been done over the years. And again, I didn't I didn't grow up with a lot of chirpy Liverpool fans. I didn't have them in my ear talking about what they're doing. They were anonymous. They weren't talking about anything with regards to the league, let alone contesting it or challenging it.
But they were
Yeah,
still crashing on. They were still crashing on their owners at that time too, like Hicks and Gillette and that.
Thank you.
Yeah, they were still
So
crashing on
as
them, man.
poor as they were, look at where they were with Hicks. And
Okay,
Gillette.
so what you're talking about is there's two different things. Have FSG improved Liverpool? Yes.
Thank you.
They've improved
Yes.
them. Absolutely.
Improved
But
them
if you
improved them a lot, Wallace.
Yeah,
They're top
okay.
of the league now, and they've missed out on winning the league by a point 2
Hey,
seasons.
don't do that. We're not doing the Arsenal thing. We're not doing the Arsenal thing. Oh, they missed out on the league by 2 points. They finished second.
No, but that raised their level though. That raised their
Yeah,
level because
they've improved. Yeah, man. But it's
That's
it's
FSG.
easy. It's very easy to improve from a 1 or 2
and
out of 10.
you don't like me saying this. Every ownership has to do things differently.
Yes, they do.
I rate
do.
the efficiency that I see from FSG
Yeah, because
with
it's
regards to
cute.
what they do.
We had this conversation
No,
last
it's
week,
not
man. It's
cute.
cute. Efficiency,
no.
man. It's cute. Oh, man, you
I
got a
told
little
you, I'm
efficient club, man. That's what we say
I'm
about
looking
Brighton.
over my shoulder
That's what
right
we say
now,
about
Wallace.
Brighton, yo.
I'm looking over my shoulder right now with the
You know who's
efficiency.
in Nottingham Forest. Yeah, man. They're the team behind you right now. Little efficient club in the Midlands, man. Nice, well run. Nuno got a little cute system going on. The 2 wingers with the old school 9.
Forest remaining in the league, and the fact that they're third in the league right now, they should be getting a lot of credit for that.
And they
Getting
do.
a lot of credit for that.
Absolutely.
And that's how you build off of things. But
Absolutely.
it's so easy to say. It's so easy to say that these ownerships are bad. It's so easy to say these ownerships should have spent more. It's so easy to say more should have been done in the transfer window. Wait, what? How is this?
This is just saying this as well. That's what makes this even crazy, where I know, like, I am not going crazy. I really am not. I don't know why it's because you tried to include you, like you're in the struggle with us. You're not in that struggle. You're not in that struggle with us.
Okay.
You're not in that struggle with, and I say this as United fan, United, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal. We are in a different struggle to you lot. Our owners are not trying to win at all costs. Your owners are. At times will they make wrong decisions? Yes. At times they will get things wrong. Whether it's transfer windows, whether it's managers, but the intent is there to do so. Liverpool, it wasn't win at all costs, because I believe if it was win at all costs, they win more.
I actually
struggles, man. It's crazy, Daryl, man.
We're gonna be fighting over this. Daryl, relax.
Full-time Premier League winners struggling.
We're gonna be fighting over this combo. We're gonna be fighting over this combo about intent.
Yes.
This word, you know how you don't like me putting the efficiency word in there?
Yeah.
This intent word that you keep putting in. Because what is intent other than spending? And then you want to then dissect and being like spending it on what or whatever. But when we start going season to season, when we start stacking up maybe the last 10 years, the last 5 years, and we want to look at how clubs have been spending, I find it very difficult to be like, that's an owner that has spent so much over the last 5 or 10 years to say they showed intent. This one
Okay, because there's much more to it of running a football club than spending. Managers, for example, no club that genuinely wants to succeed has the managers Manchester United have had for such long times if you're trying to win. Tell me I'm wrong on that. No club hires David Moyes. Scratch that. We'll go right back to after. No club.
No. Your greatest manager endorsed that sign. No.
Yes,
no.
Our greatest manager also signed Phil Jones and said he could be one of the greatest players ever at the football club.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say that our greatest manager get things wrong, which he did. So let's start there. Any club, bear in mind, Sir Alex Ferguson, GOAT, best manager of all time, is not the employer of the club. He's the employee. That in there lies the problem, that you listen to him. You listen to him. So the fact that David Moyes got hired tells you all you need to know. So let's start there. We'll start at the very beginning if we really want to do this. We're going in the time machine, people. You know what I'm saying? We're going in the time machine. 1 second. We're going in the time machine. All right, we're going in the time machine, people. We're going right back. Any club that hires David Moyes does not want to go and win major honours. You do not hire David Moyes from Everton Football Club. Let's even start there. No, you do not. He hadn't won a European Cup at that time.
No, but he has since. He was
What European Cup did he win?
Did he not win a Europa?
No. It wasn't Europa, it was Conference League. So he won the third tier European competition.
Okay,
so which is nowhere near, again, Manchester United's caliber. Like, that's not what the aim is. You don't spend the money you spend and pay the players you wages to win the third tier European. So any club that hires David Moyes is not trying to win at all costs. You then sack him. You then bring in Van Gaal. Wait, let me double check this actually. One sec. I want to check something before I carry on the Van Gaal. Give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Touted at the time. Jose highly touted at the time.
Give me a sec. One second. Go on, carry on. I'm just doing some research.
This sport is about results, though. This sport is about results. And I understand an ownership that's going to wait for a manager to crash out before they
shouldn't see him crash out. You got to see it on the horizon. This is why you have to be the parent.
When you fire too early, then you get resentment from the fan base. You got to manage.
Fan base be successful. It shuts them up.
Nah, your fan base will see things and react.
Our fan base wrote a letter for a manager who finished 8th for the minus goal difference and had our worst ever Champions League campaign and the worst ever Champions League campaign in British history. Fuck the fans. Thank you. Van Gaal, how many years was he here? Pay attention to that. And I include myself in that. Don't pay no attention to no damn fans. Let me see the Louis Van Gaal thing. I'm just going to get to something. 1 second.
Your fans with the scarves, what?
Right,
they should just be ignored. Your fans with the scarves.
Our fans should be ignored, period. All of them. Do your job. We're too emotionally attached. Let me get to the super chat. Big up to Headcase. That's a crazy name, man. Big up for the super chat, though. Appreciate it. Sorry I didn't get to this till late. The NBA is ran through draft lottery. Everyone, if you tank, there's no guarantee you get that player. No, there's no guarantee you get it, but there's an aim. That's why teams tank. Let me just check something actually before I carry on.
Terrible.
So, was it 24? How many years was he here?
Get rewarded for purposely losing. Crazy.
How was he? 20. So Van Gaal was gone, rightfully so, right decision. The fact Mourinho got as long as he did is a club not trying to be serious. I'm talking about his reign at the football club. It was way longer. How come everyone can see that Mourinho should have been sacked before you? So that stands there. Then who did we get after Mourinho? Ollie. What do you mean? What? You know where he left us? You know where Mourinho left us when he got sacked? You know what position we were in the league?
Because your players stopped playing for him.
Why did the players stop playing for him?
Player power. Because they knew they could shut down and get
Why did the players stop playing for him? Players don't stop playing for a manager for no reason.
Because they're
Why did the players stop playing for him? Bear in mind that his signings. Why did his signings stop playing for him? They were his signings.
Maybe because he challenged them to be better and they didn't want to hear it.
It weren't no challenge thing. You got to see it on the horizon. Why has Mourinho done nothing since then leaving Manchester United Football Club?
Mourinho's won trophies since he's left.
What's he won?
Oh my gosh. You're gonna poo-poo on another Europa?
He didn't win the Europa.
Europa Conference League. You're gonna poo-poo on
Conference League. I'm not here for third tier European, and this is where it lies. I'm not here for your conference leagues. I'm sorry, I'm not here for the third tier of European competition or something. Mourinho's done nothing of note. He went to Spurs, he went to Roma, he went to Fenerbahce. Mourinho's done at the top level. And the fact that they couldn't see that is an issue in itself. And the fact it got so bad with player power and players turning on him and all that. He should have been sacked. And that ties into the recruitment. And where does that come from? Because they're signing the wrong players. Who's signing the wrong players? Who's co-signing that? The ownership. They co-sign that. So
Okay.
Yeah, right. It all comes back to them. If player power is such an issue, who's co-signing the players being signed at the football club?
But this is my point. So if anything's wrong at any clubs, we're blaming the owners.
Of course, because the book stops with you. Not just you, but yes, it stops with you.
So when rivals want to
they didn't care about that.
Like Jack Grealish, terrible signing, only signing in that transfer window, by the way, for $100 million.
Yeah, you got one of the best players in the league for $100 million. Absolute woeful signing. Awful window.
Would you say he's been good for City while he's been here?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's been a good signing. I don't think he's been £100 million. Actually, yeah, you know why I think he's been £100 million worth? Because he contributed to you lot winning a treble. Yes. He played his part in that season. He played a crucial role. Am I lying? See, I'm not one of these fans who would just criticize Jack Grealish because he doesn't get more goals and assists. Should he get more GNA? Absolutely, because he's capable. But he contributed to you lot winning the treble. He contributed to you lot. Is it 2 Premier Leagues he's won? 2 in a row?
Yeah. Since he's
So
been here, yeah.
he's contributed to you repeating and winning a treble. You've done what you need to do here. That's £100 million well spent. You weren't no Doku. You weren't no bit part player. Oh, he's three-peated. Oh, thank you. So he's three-peated and helped you win a treble. You've contributed. Okay. If you could tell me right now, Manchester United are going to sign this player in the summer of 2025, and he's going to contribute to Manchester United three-peating and winning the champion and winning the treble, I'd say money well spent. 100%. It's money well spent. Grealish a good player. I rate Grealish.
But all right, okay.
Exactly. So again, back to what we were saying about Mourinho, should have been gone a long time before. Then you had the old Ollie run. The fact that Ollie got the job when he got the job was crazy. And then the fact they took so long to sack him was we lost 5.
Wait. See, no, you're doing too much. You're doing too much because you're trying to say the fact that he got the job.
He should have got the job when he got the job.
He got the job because he was there interim and was performing very well. He should have gotten the job.
No, he shouldn't have got the job because you wait till the end of the season to give him the job. There was no rush. But they did the fan. They did the fan thing and got excited.
He deserved the job at the end of the season.
They didn't give him the job at the end of the season. They gave him the job midway through the season. No, after the PSG game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So regardless of timing, right? They gave him the job in the middle of the season, but by the time of the end of the season, he deserved that job.
No, he didn't, because our form fell off a cliff after that PSG game. Our form fell off a cliff. You need to just go do your research, fam. Our form fell off a cliff after that PSG game. We got beat, I think our last game, we got beat at home to Cardiff or Huddersfield or someone like that. Like on the last day. Our form fell off a cliff. And then on top of that, they then watched us suffer in the Premier League. We got beat 5-0 at home to Liverpool and they still didn't sack him. And you want to tell me these owners want what's best for the football club? All right. Okay, sure. 5-0 at home and then you want us to listen to fans who were singing his name in the ground during that period. All right, man. All right. Okay, sure. Okay. I'm the mad one. Next thing you go tell me is this United attack can now get 85 league goals this season. It's crazy. But you did say third in 70 league goals, so here we are. You know what I'm saying? You did say third. And yeah, for those that don't know, Vader told me that this season. Under 10 third place, 70 plus goals. That's why you laughing.
No, I didn't hear what you said. I said how many goals? What are you telling the people?
You're telling 70 plus goals? You said 70. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
70 plus goals and third place under Eric Ten Hag. This man told me, go back and check the playlist, people. Yeah, I think you can get
third place. I didn't know whether Eric Ten Hag would survive, but I said third place.
You knew to Eric Ten Hag wouldn't go. Actually, the reason why you thought Eric Ten Hag might survive is because of our idiotic ownership. See how things go full circle. Notice that.
We can always blame the owners.
Facts.
But we also, and the whole thing. And I get you defending with regards to the Glazers, but now it's Glazers, Ineos, and we see what the Ineos are doing. I highly rate with what the Ineos are doing. They're not moving emotionally. They're being very calculated. The fact, and again, we've had a few conversations. Yeah, this guy made me laugh. The fact that we were having the conversations when Eric Ten Hag was still in the job, and you're like, why haven't they sacked him yet? Why haven't they done it? And it's taken so long. But the fact that when they did fire him, the announcement of the next manager was there. I think that speaks to Ineos and how they move. Difference in ownership or partnered ownership with them and the Glazers. But I was trying to also bring up the fact that everybody complains. I hear you when you say, you know what, City fans, you shouldn't be complaining about anything with regards to your owners.
Absolutely not.
I'll hold my hands up. I won't complain in front of Flawless with regards to that. But on and off the pitch, there are some things with regards to expansions. There are some things with regards to ticket prices. There are some things with accessibility with regards to the stands that have been some issues over at Manchester City, as as how tickets are allocated with regards to some season tickets and non-season tickets.
That's fair critique. That's fair. That's fair critique. That's fine. Now, when you're talking about tickets and prices and allocations, accessibility to I hear all of that. That is fair. That's fair critique. Okay. No matter how many you win.
With regards to winning at all costs, I'm going to have a lot more closer eye with regards to the quote unquote winning at all costs. Which owners are quote unquote spending to win? Which owners are choosing not to spend in certain transfer windows? Because again, many would argue, many City fans argued, again, and it all worked out because we had won the league, but we didn't. Again, winning at all costs would also mean winning multiple trophies within one season. And at the time, getting only Jack Grealish, spending 100 million, brought a lot of criticism from City fans. And Pep made it work. Pep made it work with regards to winning because, again, that took us on to winning winning consistently.
Absolutely.
But ownerships, too many overly critical fans.
It's all right for you because your ownership delivers.
But at the same time, if I can say that, and you're looking at Manchester City and you're saying da da da, imagine the Brighton, imagine the Forest, hearing a Liverpool fan complain about their ownership. You see what I'm saying? So it's all kind of like relative.
But their expectations are different. The expectations of Forest and Brighton fans are nowhere near Manchester United or Liverpool fan.
No, but even the complaint about
if they're smart enough, they'll understand. It's like Real Madrid. It's like, to me, the only club I accept sacking a manager after winning their domestic league is Real Madrid, because I understand their standards are completely different. If that happens at Madrid, I go, fairs. That happens anywhere else, I'm like, that's wildly out of pocket.
FSG, in my humble opinion, are the most efficient owners in the Prem. And
I hear that. They are.
And I give them tremendous credit because, again, when you hear rivals say they can't spend, stop that. When you hear rivals say that they can't spend like City, and we're not even the biggest spenders. Look at Chelsea, right? United have been spending just as much as us, even more. But when you look at Liverpool fans complaining and saying we can't spend like so and so,
yeah, Mont's 100% big up. Make sure you lot subscribe to Big Six Banter as well. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think's the second most efficiently ran club after Liverpool, ownership-wise, in the Premier League? Yeah.
Second most efficient.
Yeah, second most efficient behind Liverpool over the past, we'll say, two years. You can include this season and then the past couple of seasons. So 23, 24, 22, 23.
Yikes. Efficiently ran?
Yes.
I would say Spurs.
Okay.
But when it comes down to trophies, right? When it comes down to trophies, and I know there's a little bit of a drought over at Chelsea, but I could never put Chelsea in an efficiency route. I could never talk about their ownership with regards to efficiency because they just splash the cash. Yeah. They give these death row contracts.
And
right?
It worked for them in regards to, that's new, but in regards to Roman, it did.
But even with regards to Roman, it was just, it was a lot of spending. It wasn't an efficiency.
And it worked. Approach. But forget efficiency, did it work? They were the most successful. You keep using the word efficiency. Fans at these top clubs want success.
This is 2024. We got electric cars now. We got solar panels. It is all about efficiency. It's about sustainability.
It's not about efficiency if you're rich. Because if you're rich, you ain't got no electric car. You got a Lamborghini or Maserati or Aston Martin DB7 or something comfortable.
No, that's not true. Rich people got the E version. Rich people got the electric version.
Forget rich people. We talking about football clubs here. So we'll go back to the football clubs.
All right, let's go back
FSG
to football.
have not done everything in their power to make Liverpool a success. They've not. Manchester City have.
We could say
how
that
many
about
league titles you? How many league titles you lot got again?
We could say that about every. We got 10. We could say that about every owner, though. We can say that about every owner.
And the thing is, in regards to that group of clubs that want to win, you are correct. You would be correct in saying that. You're not wrong. Okay, Spurs Levy ain't trying to win at all costs. Our ownership for damn sure ain't trying to win at all costs. Who else is the? Arsenal the Cronkies are definitely not trying to win at all costs. So what are we talking about? Chelsea's still new, so we'll see. You're my bar. So when I say intent, that's what it is.
Okay. We're gonna again. We're gonna have these shows often and many more
every
in the
week.
future.
Every week.
I'm telling you, the efficiency route, it's happening over at Manchester City. This spending at all costs, winning at all costs, it's not the model, Flawless.
You don't have to spend. You're mixing the two things. You don't have to spend at all costs to be winning at all costs. You can spend smartly and still be trying to win at all costs. You lot don't necessarily. You lot every window haven't splashed big money on everyone, but you've made smart signings. You know what you did upstairs before you got Pep? Made smart signings, so he would be comfortable.
But this is why.
And he could succeed at his best.
This is why I'm looking over my shoulder, though, Flawless. This is why I'm looking over at Liverpool. I'm looking over at Liverpool.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, but that's a whole different conversation. Are they the closest team too?
No, but the whole point is, and I know winning at all costs. I'm looking over at Liverpool because I see how they're doing it efficiently. I'm seeing their fans want to crash it on them because they didn't do all the big signing. They didn't spend enough, but they're top of the league. No,
so imagine
hold on, Paulus. If they win this league, if they win this league without the investing that you say or their fans say they should have done, who's wrong? Who's right?
No, that's props to FSG for the season, and we'll give them props. Then what do you do the following season?
Well, we'll see what happens.
We know what they do in the following season. We know they ain't investing heavily to go again. You know it, and I know it, and everybody who has two eyes and a brain knows it.
These platinums show the wisdom that I have.
If Liverpool win the league this season, they will not go in the window that summer and go and do what is required to kick on. We've seen them do it before.
You know what
they've never kicked. FSG have never done that.
Okay, you know what
FSG have never done that. And another thing, how you know they're not trying to win at all costs, because their captain, their vice captain, and a player who came through the youth player. Basically, their three best players are all down to 6 months left on their contract.
This is the brilliance of FSG, Flawless. This is the brilliance of FSG. No, don't laugh that off. Don't laugh that off. Okay, listen. Those of you on Spotify, get over on this YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel. You're hearing this, but you're not seeing the antics. You're not seeing the antics that are happening with.
Look at this. We signed Adrian Elliott and Van der Berg after winning a Champions League. Adrian, Harvey Elliott, and Van der Berg. And this is me as a United fan talk. Liverpool, I fully and bear in mind, I'm FSGing. Just want to clarify. I am fully FSGing without doubt. Lifetime deal at Liverpool Football Club. Because even though Liverpool are good enough to attract players and good enough to win trophies, they will never dominate because their owners do not want to dominate. Your owners, I use that word because you don't like the word intent. Your owners' aim is to dominate. Liverpool are not trying to dominate. You know what they're trying to do? Nick a trophy here and there. If we win the Champions League, oh great. If we win one Prem, oh great. They're not trying to dominate.
Oh my goodness.
You lot are trying to dominate. You know how you're trying to dominate? Because before you got Pep, you were putting the wheels in motion to bring in Pep because you were getting his people upstairs. These lot just looked at, you know what it was? These man just you know what? These man just, I can't say got lucky because that's harsh, but Slot wasn't even their first choice, which lets you know that they're surprised by what they're seeing right now. Slot wasn't their first choice.
No.
It was Xavi Alonso.
It was Xavi in terms of.
See, look at this. We were 2 points away from you last season and we got Calafiori, Mano, and fucking Sterling. Have some shame, Vega. Does that sound like a team that's trying to close the gap and dominate? Are these signings?
Guys, we only won by 2 points and we got a aged Gundogan, lost in Alvarez, and got Savinho. We could all play this game.
No, say the names again. Who'd you sign?
I signed Savinho.
And who was the rest? Gundogan and who else?
And a year older Gundogan.
Okay, so even having a poor window by your standards, you still had a better window than the team who was below you. And I believe you didn't do enough in the window. You should have done more. I agree with that. You should have done more in terms of an Alvarez replacement, in terms of a Rodri replacement. So you didn't do all you could do. However, you know what gives you grace? You know what gives you credit in the bank, Vega? 4P in the Premier League and having a treble in there.
You can always do those trump cards with the fact that we won and all this.
What trump cards? Wait, what's the trump? No, you can't. Tell me another team that can say they 4P'd in the country.
No. But I'm saying you could always throw out, when you talk about Manchester City, the fact that we won this 4P. But I want to point out with regards to transfer windows, and the reason why I wasn't crashing it on Arsenal and saw what they were doing is because they also had Timber, who was injured for the majority of the season.
Okay.
Excellent signing the year before, finally healthy. Right,
Timber, cool.
So that
Timber's
was another player within
the
the mix that they want to do.
That window's still well short. Even with Timber, who I agree, it's well short.
When they were 2 points off.
Well short in terms of going and kicking on because everybody knows what they needed and they didn't address it. Why did you not have Arsenal winning the league?
Because I backed my club, that's why.
Oh my lord! Oh, sure.
That's why I back my club. I mean, there's rivals out there that don't even back their club. They back my club winning the league, or they
Because
back
they,
Arsenal winning the league.
yeah,
There's
people
rivals
who
that
back
don't even
Arsenal.
talk about their own club and they
Okay,
want to
but all right. So
other clubs.
outside of you, the reason why the general consensus didn't have Arsenal winning the league, and amongst Arsenal fans who didn't have Arsenal win, so it was just Arsenal fans. Some
Well, do I
Arsenal
look
fans.
like I'm winning the league right now?
No, but I'm talking about beforehand. I still have you winning the league, by the way. But that's either by the by. We're talking about the transfer window in particular. We're talking
Okay.
about the transfer windows. The reason why after the window was closed, only a portion of the Arsenal fan base thought that Arsenal would win the league and no other the rivals did is because they didn't do enough. And even though you lot could have done better, you were still the team that everyone looked at and said, hey, City are going to win the league. Now, if you fall
Every fan
short,
base wants more.
now
Every
if
fan
you,
base
yeah,
wants
every
more.
fan base,
And at the
no,
same
every
time,
fan,
you know what's funny though? You know what's funny? If you talk, if you want, we keep this conversation with regards to Liverpool fans weren't even thinking that what they did in the transfer window would have them where they are right now.
no, they didn't.
But they
Didn't
are.
they didn't do nothing in the window, by the way.
They got Chiesa and the keeper,
Chiesa's
I
not
believe.
played yet. Chiesa's not played yet.
Yeah, he
Neither
hasn't
is the
played yet.
keeper.
But again, those fans themselves wouldn't have believed that they'd be top of the
That
league.
is true.
at this
Whoop-de-doo,
point in the
you're
season.
top of the league after 10 games. Spurs did it 2 seasons ago. Well done. Well done.
Wow.
Well
I'm
well
not
done. You're
doing
top
what
of the league
Wallace
after
is
10
doing.
games.
I am not writing off Liverpool. I see.
I'm not
that,
I'm not writing them off. I just think
Yeah,
that
you're
you
saying
will
good
finish
job.
above
Oh,
them.
you're top of the league right now.
No, because you're
right
praising it. They didn't think they'd be where they're at. All right, you're top of the league after 10 games. Well done. Well done. You're top of the league after 10 games. Give them a Premier League. Give them a Champions League. Give them a quad.
I'm pointing out that whether they had gotten more players, whether it was quote unquote more spending, it's not how you determine whether an ownership is looking to win or not win, or
Yes,
how
it is.
we
It
judge
lets you
winning
know.
at all costs.
It
I
lets you
think,
know. Arsenal's window lets me know their ownership is not serious.
but even when I go back, even when you brought up the point when you wanted to talk about the players that they have on contract, we've all seen this. I've seen this. I've circled this sun many
I've
times.
never seen that. If you can tell me where teams had their 3 best players all coming down to 6
No,
months of their
that's the
contract.
brilliance. You haven't seen it, but think of the psychology now. Think of the psychology from an ownership standpoint. When do we see players get their purple patch, Wallace? Generally, when do players?
It happens a lot
have
when
their
teams,
purple
when
patch?
players are playing down to their contract. I mean, playing for a contract, but I don't think any of them are playing for a contract. That's where you're mistaken. I don't think any of them are playing for a contract.
You don't think any of these guys are playing for a contract?
No. I don't think Van Dijk, Salah, or Trent are playing for a contract. They're playing at the level they've consistently been playing at pretty much since they've been at Liverpool. There's no improvement in their individual performances. I think you're just trying to find a way to say, oh, it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You wouldn't run a business like that. I wouldn't run a business like that. Nobody outside of Juve thinks that's a good idea. It's a woeful idea. And it's negligence and it's incompetence that they have their 3 best players.
It's a different psychology that you just don't happen to see. It's shifting the paradigm.
Psychology. All right, cool. So what happens if they don't win the Premier League and then lose them all? Was it a good idea?
Okay, your scenario, no. What happens if what happens if they win the Prem?
And then lose them all? Then it's bittersweet.
It's efficient.
Yeah, again, and this is what efficiency gets you: nicking trophies.
No,
Liverpool don't want to be efficient. They don't want to. Their fan base don't. No fan has ever said, I want my club to be efficient, Vator. Them words have never left your mouth, never left my mouth, never anywhere on the planet have anyone ever said, a fan of Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal said, I want my club to be
efficient.
efficient.
Trying to tell me United fans haven't been asking for the Glazers to spend better. Spend smarter.
Spend better. That's not efficient. No, but I want my club. I want my club.
Your money count.
No, it's not efficient. I want my club to dominate. There's a huge difference. Efficiency doesn't get you dominating. You know what efficiency gets you? You know what efficiency gets you? 1 league title in 9 years with 5 or 6 world-class players in your squad. That's what it gets you.
I'm not doing that.
What did I say that was wrong?
They've got 1 league title in 5 years, not 9 years. What are you doing?
Okay, 1 league title in 5 years. That's still not enough. For the players they had, they fell well short. They had 5 or 6 world-class players in their team and have 1 Premier League to show for it. That's a woeful return.
The psychology with
what are we talking about?
FSG right now and their players.
Are you FSG in or FSG out?
It's absolutely brilliant. I don't know them to be FSG in, FSG out.
Okay,
But
well, I talk for
look at
all
how they
rival
manage things.
fans. I talk for all rival fans that when it comes to Liverpool, I'll be the spokesperson for all rival fans when it comes to FSG. We're all FSG in. You will not find a non-Liverpool fan who's
No,
FSG
you'd
out.
be wrong to do that. Because before FSG, they weren't winning
No,
a Champions League.
hear
A
what
year
I
later
said.
winning the league.
Hear what I said. You will
Yeah.
not find a non-Liverpool fan who is FSG out. Same way you couldn't find, and you know how it comes full circle. The same way you couldn't find a non-Manchester United fan who was Ten Hag out. See how things work.
No. Don't. You're trying to make the two things. I'm not going to let that happen. Liverpool, non-Liverpool fans should not be wanting FSG to stick around because why would you?
I do. No, I do. Let them stick
no,
around.
no,
I want FSG to stick around. 100%.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Because if they get ownerships that serious, you know what they could do?
They've been better than you. Why would you want that?
Who's not been better than us? Leicester have been better than us in recent times. I don't want to be Leicester. Brighton have been better than us in recent times. But the bar's on the floor for us.
Have won a Champions League and
Cool.
they've won a league.
Well
and
and
they've
done.
been to multiple
They won
finals.
one.
People want them remaining.
They won one. No, the reason why I want them remaining because if Liverpool actually get serious owners who want to dominate, guess what? They have the resources and the history and the money with the new ownership to dominate. My fear is not fear. They could dominate like they did in the 80s. They have the club to.
Okay. So other than City, because obviously I get it, unicorn. Other than City,
Yeah.
who else are serious owners? If you
At
say
trying
FSG
to-
aren't serious,
I would say so far, even though I think they've got things wrong and it's new in there, the Chelsea ownership. You don't spend $1 billion in 2 years. They've trying to get it right. I think they've made the wrong decisions, but their intent is there. They are trying to be the best possible club. Now they've made wrong decisions. But their heart is in the right place. They just don't have the mind to do so. But they are trying to dominate. This is why you mentioned the death row contracts. The fact that they're trying to put loopholes so they can spend more money to get more talent in. Not saying it's right or wrong, by the way, but I'm saying the intent is there. It's City, Chelsea. They're the only two ownerships in regards to the big clubs.
Why are you poo-pooing on this Liverpool and them having these contracts run out? Why
That's woeful. It's a woeful way to do business. There's no way that my three best players could all leave the club. That should not happen. Whoever's a part of that, if I was in charge, I'm sacking. There's no explanation for that.
So FSG Analytics have an age chart. When you reach this certain age level, we got concerns. We got worries. We don't know whether these long contracts are deserving. So when they look at Van Dijk, Salah, Trent's an anomaly, right? He's the young one. But when you look at those contracts and you're like, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense to give them these big contracts.
That's where the issue lies.
Around. And so again, when I know that Mo Salah most likely, like Harry Kane, has strong intentions on wanting Prem records, right? And the difference is Harry Kane wasn't getting the trophies. He had to leave. But when you got a Mo Salah that you know he's got on his dream board 200 whatever plus goals in the Prem, that's leverage. That's bargaining power for FSG.
Cool. And if he walks out the door for free, it's terrible business.
He walks out the door, but it's got to be at their price, not his price.
And then that weakens you significantly.
It doesn't. It's not significant because they probably only have a year or two of him.
If you lose Salah and Van Dijk, that significantly weakens you. You know what that does? That sends out a message to the rest of the no. And that sends a message out to the rest of the team. We're not serious. We just let go of our two best players. And you know how you know this? This is why Rooney wanted to leave Manchester United, because we were letting good players go. Ronaldo left, Tevez left, and he handed in a transfer request because he didn't like what was going on. You think other players don't look at it like that? You lot ain't serious.
What changed? Why did he stay?
Why did he stay? Cold feet. That's why he stayed. Because that man stuck it on him. Gary Neville said this. Gary Neville stuck it on him. That's what happened. And also, he got a big bumper deal as well. That adds into it too.
That's
So
a big bump.
so the efficient thing, but the point I'm making is anyway, back to my original point. You can do this, fam. Guarantee it won't happen. Ask any show you go on, ask the panelists, ask the entire chat. Find me a non-Liverpool fan who's FSG out. Guarantee you won't find it.
That's fine. That's fine.
You won't find. So what does that tell you? Why are all the rivals FSG in?
I want FSG to leave. I'm a rival.
Okay, you're the only one. You're the only person. I say this right now. You are the only football fan on the earth who is a non-Liverpool fan who is FSG in.
That's why
FSG out.
Because rivals want to do the banter thing. If you
It's not banter. It's not banter. It's not banter.
Before FSG,
Veta, find me
what
one.
were Liverpool doing in the league?
Veta, find me one. Hey, chat, let me know. Non-Liverpool fans in the chat. Are any of you?
What were Liverpool doing before FSG?
Forget. They've improved. Whoop-de-doo. It's easy to improve from being... Okay, you've improved. They've improved. Well done. And you've won 1 league title in their reign. Well done. Well done. They've won 1 league title and 1 European title. Bear in mind, this is a club who had 5 European Cups before them and had 18 league titles before them.
What are
we talking about?
It took a greatest manager on the planet Earth and City, to your point, spending the way they spent to keep them from winning.
Cool.
Take City out of this. Pep's not going to be here forever.
That's all well and good. Take
I
Wenger
don't wanna see
Wenger out of it, and we win it, and we have multiple more. Take Pep out of it from Sir Alex, and we have 4 or 5, 6 Champions Leagues because he stopped us getting 2. What are we talking about?
No, that's not the point.
Against arguably the best side we've ever seen. Yeah, it's the same thing. They beat us to 2 Champions Leagues. So take them out of it. And we wanted them, like, what we doing here? Ifs and buts, man. Let's talk about the actual facts. And like I said, outside of you, Veta, you are the only non-Liverpool fan who is FSG out.
I am celebrating when FSG leave. I will be celebrating.
You're the only one who's celebrating an FSG leave.
With the exception on whether they get a Qatari ownership or a
because let them get someone who's serious. Problem. If they get someone, same way you lot got someone who was serious, problem. There's certain clubs who have certain infrastructures and are well supported that if they get the correct owners, can be juggernauts. I'm not fussed about teams who pick up the odd trophy here and there. Obviously, I want all my ups to say that again.
They didn't just get the odd trophy.
Yeah, they did when it came to the major trophies. They got 1 of each. What have they won in FSG's reign? No. Answer the question. What have they won in FSG's reign? Major.
They've won 2 leagues, 1 FA, and I believe
they've won 1 league. They've won 1 league. They've won 1 league in FSG's reign.
1 league cup. Okay, 2 league cups, I believe. One
major
FA
trophies.
Cup, league cup, and
major trophies. Major trophies.
Champions League and a league cup.
And what did last ownership?
A Champions League
and what major and this ownership that was so bad before them? What did they win him?
What? The ownership before them.
The ownership before them. What did they win?
Won them the Champions League.
And what else did they win him?
They didn't win them the league.
They didn't win them the league, no. But so we're saying they've won 1. So this ownership that's so much greater than the last one has 1 major more trophy than them.
No, but see that. Flawless. When you just want to break it down, to what was the trophy haul,
that's what matters.
The reason why they didn't get this trophy haul, Flawless, you want to point out, keep this ownership.
Oh, absolutely.
Without City's ownership, they're the best.
Yes, facts.
So why would you want them? They're good.
No, they're not good. You're just the best out of a bad bunch at that point.
But they're better than all the rest. And
because the rest of them are not good either.
But do you see anything changing with
the rest of them? And the rest of them are not good either. Okay. What are we talking about?
We're going to be in disagreement here. But with regards to Ron, if he wants to point it out as it being negligence, they have their doubts on whether these players are going to be worth the spend moving forward. I don't believe any of these players just want a 2-year contract. I could be wrong. They're on the wrong side of 30.
But the fact that you got to that point is the issue. You either sell them or sign them up. You don't let them all walk away potentially for free, is the point I'm making.
Unless they deliver you a major.
No,
then
even
it
if they
makes sense.
deliver you a major,
No,
then you could potentially build on that, and you're letting them walk out the door. That's bittersweet. That is bittersweet.
They deliver you a major. Thank you for your service.
Cool, because you don't. This is where
No,
we're
but
different, and I'm different to lot. You're not. I'm talking about domination. You're talking about one league title. There's a difference.
you can't hold on to. But again, these players
Can't
you
hold
can't
on to
hold
what?
on forever.
It's
It's
not
better
about
to
holding
sell
on forever. Aim, intent. If I've
You
just
have
won a
to.
league, if I'm
You have
Liverpool and
to
I've
call it.
just
You have to
If
manage
I'm
the fan base.
Liverpool and I've just won a league title, why would I want to at that point let Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent leave when if I can keep them and add to them, I could potentially win another Premier
Wallace,
League, potentially win a
No.
Champions League. What are
Here's
we
the thing.
talking about?
Wallace, they're not letting all three go.
No,
One
they're
of-
not. I'm not saying they are.
Yeah.
Again, I'm saying the fact that they're at this point where they could potentially
Because
potential.
You're
Potential.
choosing to ignore that the players play lights out when their contract is up and they have
I
next.
disagree with that.
We've
Van
seen
Dijk's
it.
playing no better than he has been for Liverpool. Neither
He
Salah.
hasn't, no, but at the same time, we don't see a player drop a level. We've seen players sign deals and drop a level. You can admit to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the
But
fact
I don't think
that
they
he
do that.
gets-
They've signed deals there and their levels have never dropped. So why are they going to do it now?
That's not true. Van
Whose level
Dijk is
dropped?
he's probably regained his form last year and this year.
No,
Before that, he was
Van
a
Dijk
little
got a bad context. Van Dijk got a bad injury and wasn't the same.
and that's
when he came
why
back.
ownership
Then
should be
eventually went up.
concerned on whether they need to see whether he
Okay, if
maintains
you're
it.
the ownership, are you letting these men sign? So you'd be happy at Manchester City if Kevin De Bruyne or Haaland and Ruben Diaz all had 6 months left on their deals. No, John Stones. Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones, and Haaland all had 6 months left on their deal. So next month they could talk to anybody for free and join a club in 2025. Would you be happy with that?
I'm most likely experiencing that right now. I got Walker who's up.
No. Forget Walker. No. We're talking your free key players. Well, no, because they're free key players. Stones,
Okay.
Kevin De Bruyne, and Haaland can all talk to a club next month.
Listen.
What are we talking about? No. Answer the question. Would you be happy with that? No, you would not be.
Why, Pep? Listen, Flawless. You know why I would be? Because you
Go on.
reminded me this early in the show. My owners, I got nothing to complain about. They've been running things. They've been showing you, which you keep reminding me of, intent to win. So if they chose to run their business that way, my hands are up.
But you're telling me that.
Flawless, I agree
Okay.
with my ownership for doing that.
So
I'm
you'd
saying,
agree
you know
with your
what?
ownership. But
Hey,
you're telling me FSG are a good ownership too, so they should have no worries then.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But
You brought up
again,
an example.
like I
If my
said,
ownership did this. If my ownership did this, I'd be like, hands up. You're right. Their ownership's doing this. Same thing.
okay, so
They're
like
right.
I said, we will do this year. I'm gonna ask you every single week we do the show. Find me a non-Liverpool fan who is FSG out. Find me one. Hey, chat to all the non-Liverpool fans in the chat. Are any of you FSG out? Don't matter who you support. We're going to prove a point here to Vader. Same way I said this to people who were Ten Hag in. I said, find me a rival fan who was Ten Hag out. Couldn't find one. You weren't even Ten Hag out. As much as a gaslighter you are, you weren't Ten Hag out. You were Ten Hag in.
I was
Ten Hag
indifferent. I was Ten Hag indifferent.
No, you was
because-
Ten Hag in. Okay, indifferent. Point made. You
No,
weren't Ten Hag out.
The reason why is I'm like, because I still see it. You guys don't see it. Player power is a problem.
Big up Asian Reds.
At
See,
United.
look, he's seeing this. See? Oh, can you tell me the difference in this, Vader? Because I go through this. You tell me who you think some of these people support while we do this. So we've got Beijing Reds TV who's saying fuck FSG. Give us a guess. What club do you think he
can see by
supports?
his badge. He's a Liverpool fan.
Oh, okay. So he's saying fuck FSG. Daryl's giving it away.
UCL
But look at this. Wait. Daryl.
So-
Look at Daryl who supports their ups.
Ungrateful, I mean.
If it ain't blue, it ain't true. Surprisingly, FSG and Everton fan. Football gossiper. Never seen him before. Big up to you. Big up to Sunshine for the raid as well. Let's guess Vader. What club do you think he supports?
Who knows?
Okay, hey, football gossiper, I'll star it. Please let
he's
me
a
know because
Liverpool
Vader.
fan. He's a Liverpool
Survey says I need the sound, man. I need the family fortune sound. So
Wallace.
football gossiper, we're unsure. So Vader's unsure on that
ungrateful
one.
fans,
Okay,
Wallace.
we've got unsure. All right. Jabada
Ungrateful
says
fans.
FSG out and Simon Jordan in. What club do you think Jabada supports? Our survey says
Liverpool fan.
dun, dun. Oh wait. So what was that, Vader? Sorry?
Probably a Liverpool fan.
Probably. So we'll put that in the maybe pile. To Football Gospel and Jabado, please let us know in the chat because Vater's unsure what clubs you support. Rums, you already know, is a Liverpool fan. Hey, let me guess you, Vater. What club do you think Jez supports? He said FSG for life. Hey, chat, keep going. Everyone, I want everyone to tell me if you're FSG or F. Don't put what club you support. Put whether you're FSG in or FSG out, but don't put the club you support. This is to everyone. Wait.
fans.
There's over 470 of you lot in the building. Subscribe to Vater Games TV. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe on the video. I want everybody in the chat to put whether you're FSG in or FSG out. Don't put who you support though. Don't put who you support. If it's in your badge or your name, that's cool. But we want as many opinions as possible. Just let me know if you're FSG in or FSG out. Jez FSG for life. No. Scratch all that. Who do you think Jez supports? Vater.
He's flexing in this photo. Probably a United fan.
Okay, so he's FSG for life. H saying FSG in. Do you think he supports Liverpool or not?
Nah, he's not a Liverpool. Hey,
wait, no, we're not stopping. You know, I know who he supports. He's an Aston Villa fan. Goat Zell. If FSG in, who do you think he supports?
Chelsea.
All right. No Liverpool fan, FSG in. Big up to my guy Sheik every single time as well. Capo, FSG in. Who do you think he supports, Vail?
Chelsea. Who knows?
Okay. All right. No. You don't know. I know that he's a non-Liverpool fan. Oh, surprise, Football Gossiper, who was FSG out, is Liverpool fan. Surprise, the shock horror. I can't believe it.
He delivered them a UCL.
I cannot believe it. Samuel is FSG in. Do you think Samuel supports Liverpool or not?
FSG brought them Klopp.
No. Scratch all that. Do you think Samuel supports Liverpool or not?
No. He
okay. Who'd say Sheik?
This is wild.
My brother, he kind of looks familiar. I work with a guy called Sheik. Maybe this is him. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. He's FSG in. Who does Sheik support? I think you know him. I think you've worked with him, Vail.
Rangers game. Because
I think no. Forget all that. Who do you think Sheik support? Who does Sheik support?
Had it not been for me,
who scratch all that? Who does Sheik support?
He's a United fan.
Oh, okay, and he's FSG in. Kevin Brown. Big up to you, and it's good to see new people in the chat. He's FSG in. You want to take a guess, Vater? Liverpool fan or not?
Yeah, no, he's not a Liverpool fan.
Okay. Breadwinner, also FSG in. Do you reckon he's a Liverpool fan or not?
Crazy.
Breadwinner, let me tell you. Do you think he's a FSG? Do you think he's a Liverpool fan or not?
He would be a smart Liverpool fan, but he's not a Liverpool fan.
Oh, he's on. Oh, there we go. Boston, FSG in. We can see by the Avi, but I'll ask you anyway. Our survey says, is he a Liverpool fan or not?
He's not.
Oh, okay. Eli, I think you know him. I think you've worked with him before. You would have seen him on my channel. Shout out to Eli. What team does he support?
You're wrong for this. You're wrong for this. You're wrong for this.
And look at this. Hey, Liverpool fan. Shout out to Vin. Liverpool fan. What does that say there on the screen in capital letters?
The man's saying FSG out forever. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to continue this. This is the funny thing. This is the funny thing with these shows, because this is all documented.
Facts.
This is all, you know what? This is always the grass is greener. This is always it's better on the other side of the fence. Oh, my neighbor's got it better. It's always the case. I just want to point out, and hey.
Thank you, Prime. Shamrock Rovers fan, Chelsea fan. He's FSG out. And he's a troll. But we move.
Wait, why are we going to dismiss him as a troll now?
Okay, we can add in you and Prime stick together. So it's you and Prime. It's you and Prime.
Great. Well, the thing that's being very short-sighted, and again, if people believe that City are going to be at this level forever, where do we see examples of this? It's not going to happen. Pep is questioning whether he's going to remain here. This dominance has been because of the manager. This dominance has also been because an ownership was trying to get a club to a level of recognition and dominance. Who's to say that is to remain the same? And I want to point out that FSG, had it not been for Manchester City, for fans like me, would have been crashing on all of your heads that are saying FSG in.
Exactly.
They would have been crashing
it didn't happen though. Ifs and buts, but it didn't happen.
All right.
If I was 6'10" instead of 5'10", I wouldn't be sat here talking to you. I'd be coming off the bench for the Rockets. But here we are. What's this ifs and buts? What are we talking about here? I'm 5'10". If I was 6'10", I'd be coming off the bench for the Rockets or the Raptors. Notice the difference. And be getting paid millions of pounds to play NBA. What are we doing? Ifs and buts. What does that mean? I said I am 5'10" in height. What? If I was 6'10", I'd be in the NBA. But guess what? I'm not 6'10". Me.
Players are in the
All right, forget 6'10". I'd be in the Euro League. I'd be playing somewhere. I'd be playing basketball somewhere, getting paid money. I'd be in Serbia or some shit. I'd be in the Euro League. Is the point? Right. Not necessarily the NBA. I'd be in the Euro League. Guess what? If I was 7'6", I'd be in the NBA. But guess what? I'm 5'10".
Okay. All right, we won't.
You know what I'm saying, how tall is Wemby? Wemby's 7. Wait. Wemby's what? 7'4".
7'4", yeah.
All right, if Wemby, guess what? If Wemby was 5'4", he wouldn't be in the NBA. Notice how these things work. If he was 5'4", he wouldn't be in the NBA, would he?
Okay. You guys all want FSG to remain? Cool.
I do. Because they want to do what you said. They want to be efficient and pinch and nick trophies. And all right, we'll get a Prem here. We'll get a Champs here. FA Cup here, League Cup here, etc., etc., which is all well and good for most clubs. Outside of the big five, because we're not including Spurs because they don't win anything anyway, that is all well and good. Most clubs would be over the moon with that. Spurs and the other, how many clubs would it be? Spurs and the other, if you take out the 5, Spurs and the other 14 clubs in the Premier League would be over the moon with that. If you give that to Brighton, Forest, Villa, over the moon with that. But we're talking about Manchester United. We're talking about Liverpool Football Club. We're talking about Chelsea. We're talking about Arsenal, clubs that have been extremely successful in the past.
Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal have been extremely successful in the past. Arsenal have won, I think they're third are they third? I believe they're the third on the all-time list in England in terms of winning trophies. Yeah, I might be wrong. They're third or fourth.
Yeah, but okay. We'll save this snipering for another show because this is going to come up again. Trust me, this is going to come up again.
Yeah, because we know what you're like. Bear in mind, people, this is the same guy who tried to say this rubbish to me about Ten Hag, and that died inside 3 months. But
What rubbish?
Oh, let's see how he does and if he can do this.
Let's see how he does. It's not only the manager, it's also the players.
I told you that he was going to do terrible. I told you he was going to do terrible.
Okay, you know what? Here's. I didn't even want to talk about this tonight, but player power is still a problem at United. Because there's players ignoring a manager. There's players turning off what they hear from a manager. Because Rude getting these players to actually run, to show effort, to do what they did. Because to your point, you weren't overly critical of the 11 or the subs or the tactics. No. You just wanted to see them compete. These players were always able to compete. They chose not to do it for that manager. Player 100%. Power is still a problem.
And I hold them, the players, accountable. I also hold the manager accountable as well. Why don't you want? Why does everybody not want to compete? Why is everybody miserable? Why is everybody miserable? Why are you not giving everybody the best possible platform to succeed?
I'm with you, and that's why I was having the combo. You guys were saying I was gaslighting, I was trolling, but I was having the combo player and manager. I was never just Ten Hag, you're a bum. I was like, okay, Ten Hag, I saw what you did year 1. I saw what you did year 2, and I was like, hey, you could get back to year 3 doing what you did year 1. I was just having a balanced combo, but
it wasn't balanced. It was foolish logic because who was right?
No. It wasn't foolish logic. The logic actually would make sense because he did it year 1. He got stripped of responsibilities year 3, and it would be safe to it would have been calculated to say that.
What did I tell you about Ten Hag that wasn't correct at the start of the season?
What do you mean?
Everything I said to you about Ten Hag was spot on correct.
What do you mean?
Everything, how bad it would be, results, performances, individual performances, etc., etc. Manchester United would be going nowhere fast.
If we want to do the who was right type, I also said defensively you guys would be better. I also said that you wouldn't be suffering the way you did last year with regards to the number of shots on target and how threatened you guys were going to be. So we could do all that.
I agreed with that.
Yeah, so you agreed with it.
But that's not positive because bear in mind we've had our worst ever start since 86, 87. So what does that mean?
the worst ever start also has to reflect on what's happening around you with regards to how much
No,
better.
You're making it wrong. Our worst
What?
ever Premier League start since 86, 87. Manchester United's. Not with
Yeah.
what's going on around us. Bear in mind, the last time we got 9 points from 11 games, we was relegated. No, 9 points from 10 games, sorry. This is where this manager had us.
Okay.
And I
But
said
you
this
weren't-
manager was terrible. And that we wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, but
And lo and behold, what happened?
when
And the
when you-
Ineos wouldn't be the guys and the savior or not, but hey, we move.
No,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's easy to say things are going to go wrong. It's easy to say that. Everybody can say it's going to rain. Eventually, it's going to rain. So
Depends
we
where you're
could've-
at. Depends where you're. If you're in Manchester, you're much more likely to be right than if you're in LA or you're in the Sahara Desert. Like, depends where you are. If you're in Manchester, chances are it's gonna rain.
Yeah, all right. You got
Chances
it, you got
are, if you're in the Sahara Desert, you know what I'm saying, or you in the
it. Yeah,
motherland,
San Diego never rains.
there's probably less likely if it's gonna rain. If you know what I'm saying, if you're in Egypt or something, if you're in Nigeria or Ghana or something like that, it's less likely. But the thing is, many people said this is not about, it's easy to be wrong. It's like I called this from the jump. Even when, as you pointed out, fans, you were listening to our fans who were getting gassed up. You said this yourself.
Yeah. I listened to the fans, and many fans said it would be a
Facts.
top 3 movement this year.
Facts.
Many fans said that you would have a certain amount of
Absolutely.
goals. I didn't go that far, but
Yeah,
again,
you went 70, which was crazy. Because bear in mind, we was on course to get 36 under this manager. So you were just about halfway.
Hey, we've obviously established as well that these players chose not to play for him. So
Yeah, agreed.
I'm very wrong because again, I didn't expect the players not to play for a manager. I didn't expect players not to be professional. They clearly
You've never seen it happen before.
They down tools to get this guy out. Oh, I've seen it often at United. I see it way too much.
Forget at United. In football in general, have you never seen that before in the Premier League? Players down the tools on the manager.
Not an entire team. Not a team like this.
So wait. You've never seen an entire team down tools on a manager.
No, of course I have, but not often like this.
No. Forget often. And you keep saying this. Bear in mind, it's not the same players.
What do you mean it's not the same? No,
It's not the same players.
Culture at United, though. I'm not saying it's the same players. It's a learned culture to be like, they got the previous manager out, down tools. They got the previous manager, that manager out by downing tools.
And you know where that stems from? The terrible ownership and the terrible hierarchy we've had.
Man.
Because who's recruiting these players with bad attitudes? Who's recruiting these managers who are not good enough? See how things come full circle, people. See how things come full circle.
Listen, we're gonna continue to have these battles.
Of course.
I'm gonna
Because you lost the Ten Hag one, so now we gotta have a different one. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, did I lose it? I'll go back and check.
You definitely lost that one.
But
yeah, you definitely don't know. I can remember. You know what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing what it was. You was called. You should be confident. Why are you so critical? You know what I'm saying? You was in the chat after the West Ham game. Can you put this one on the manager? And all this rubbish.
Yeah.
All this gaslighting.
No. See, here's where I'm very balanced. I'll watch a game and be like, listen, criticize this player or criticize this manager based off of the game. I don't just blanket statement, it's the manager wrong again.
But
two seasons ago, instances to close out the season where Wabasaka was causing.
But we had that. But here the thing is, the reason why you're gaslighting is because I didn't blame them. The reason why you're gaslighting because I didn't blame the manager for the West Ham game. It's clearly not the manager's fault.
No. Listen, but when I bring up, we can't put this on. Sometimes when I'm in the chat, it's not addressing what you said. It's like
what others have said
or what people are saying.
Why people are saying that in the comments is because it's not that result solely they're talking about and that game they're talking about.
And this is the difference: is I will come into the chat dealing with today.
Yeah, well, we don't need to be dealing with today when we've had our worst ever start since the Premier League begun. We have to talk. We have to add context. What are we talking about here? Context matters. It's not just one result. What are we doing?
But at the same time, you know that you brought it up early in the show. I could experience losing 4 in a row.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to come on here being like 4 in a row. That's the worst losing streak that I've had since Pep. Like that's
because you've got 4 league titles in the bank and are the reigning champions and won a treble, Vator. That's
It would
why
be
you are not
factually
going to
correct, but
complain.
I'm not going to bring that. I'm not going to bring that up as
You're not going to
something that
bring it up because of the previous success you had. Same way when it went bad under Fergie.
Okay.
Obviously, I wasn't doing this.
You got
I wouldn't
Prem
complain.
success. You
Yes,
got since the invention of the
I wouldn't
Prem.
complain. Yeah, but I wouldn't. But that's not under this regime or this manager. I would be less critical if the manager had had that success. There's such thing as credit in the bank. There's such thing as being in the bank.
You're never going to give this ownership partnership credit in the bank because they haven't earned it yet. You're not going to
Exactly.
You're going to only look at it with regards to trophies delivered, and again, major trophies, because the trophies that were delivered, you kind of scoff at those. But
that wasn't Ineos. The FA Cup and League Cup you're talking about, they've only just got here. That wasn't them.
So it's credit to Glazers.
No, because we win in spite of them.
Oh my gosh,
we win in spite of them. I don't understand what you don't get about that. That we win in spite of someone. It's like having, you know what it's like? It's like having a bad player on a good team. You win in spite of that bad player. Or I'll take it back to school days. The person on the school project, when there's 6 of you lot, and five, wait, and there's five of you lot who do great, and there's one of them who's just a detriment. You may get an A on that project. Do you credit him? No. You've been a detriment.
Are we bringing this back? So this winning is despite them.
FSG, no. FSG, I don't think is as strong as despite. No, it's not despite FSG. I don't think it's that strong because they're not putting. They haven't put. Why are we in debt?
Why are you in debt?
Why are we in debt? We print money with our faces on it like it's M. Bison and Street Fighter, the old school Street Fighter, the original. Why are we in debt when we print money? Old school reference. Street Fighter fans will get that.
You're in debt because the owners haven't.
Because the owners are incompetent. Why is there a hole in our roof?
You guys are expanding your stadium. What do you mean?
We're not expanding our stadium. But long before, that's from the Ineos. Why has there been a hole in our roof?
No, you can't. You can't.
Why has there been a hole in our roof for 10 plus years?
It's
no. Why we're talking Glazers and ownership? Why has there been a hole in our roof for 10 plus years?
I don't know.
Why have they not repainted the stadium in 10 plus years?
Why
does Carrington look the same now than it did 10 plus years ago?
They fired Fergie. They're gonna write everything. They're
yeah. 10 years too late. You know what I'm saying? 10 years too late. What are we talking about here? So back to the point in regards to the ownership and Ineos. If we do well, guess what? I praise them, like I did for the window we had.
Ineos and Glazers.
Ineos, Glazers don't deal with that. Remember? So they're not a part of the footballing decisions.
So what do the Glazers do?
Take their money and then be calm. They just take their money. They just earn their money.
Do the Glazers get credit for selecting Ineos as their partnered?
No, because they was the second best option. So no, no. But you wanted to stick around, so you went with the best option for you, not for the football club. They went for the best. No. They went for the best option for themselves, not the football club, and that's why I crashed on Ineos. Because you lot are quick to say how far away Manchester United are, how we need to catch up to Liverpool and Manchester City and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and all these teams, but did a deal with the people who have us in this situation. I'm built. Maybe it's old school, maybe it's new school. Wait, before you go, if you know I have an up and you fucks with my up, me and you are not cool.
Yeah.
That's how I am. They did a deal with an up. The one thing all United fans are united on. And people want me to agree and back. Nah, fuck that. I ain't built like that. Fuck them.
But at the same time, you got Omar Barada. He's a former.
Yeah, well and good. And he took this long to sack Ten Hag, so I'm looking at you funny.
Okay.
Took this long to sack Eric Ten Hag. And this is back to something you said as well. Oh, maybe they're waiting on the manager thing. Maybe they're waiting on the correct manager. Amorim'S was there in the summer, which I said was the case. I said whoever our next manager was would have been available in the summer.
No.
Available in the summer.
We got to think, because again, this is United, right? This is United. We got to think United and the narratives. We got to think on how things get talked about. Had United went and got Amorim after he was no longer the option or no longer the one that was going to Liverpool or him going to West Ham, all that kind of stuff. The fact that he was putting himself out there, I don't think the fan base would have liked it.
And the fan base won. Do you run
What?
decisions by your kids, or do you just make decisions for them when they're infants, or do you run it by them?
But this is the business. This is the business. The same way
You gotta
you
treat them.
kind of
No. This is a business, but you have to treat the fans like your kids because they're emotional. Same way if you ask your kid when they're infants, not sure how old your kids are, what they want for dinner, what they gonna tell you or they want to eat. It's gonna be unhealthy. It's gonna be chocolate. It's gonna be sweets
yeah no
24/7. What did you do to them? No, you don't have that. You have this. That's how you have to treat Manchester United fans.
no
We are
I
not
hear
owners. Stop
no.
including us in decision. Wait. Stop including Manchester United fans in decision making. Stop.
I'm
You are
not
paid
saying
big money to do
I'm
your
not saying with
decision
regards
making.
to
Fuck what Flawless on Sarcasm City TV thinks, or Big Dan in the stand in the Stretford end,
no no the
or
point.
Big Joe in the Sir Alex
The point
Ferguson
I'm trying to
stand.
make though is sometimes it's a timing thing. We know this. We know that
What
sometimes
timing? What are we
the
talking about
timing
here?
cycle where news drops has to happen at a certain threshold. We need to let certain things ride out. And I
No,
think the
again, that's a
announcement.
mistake.
No. I think it was best. It was best to make sure that Ten Hag crapped the bed before you got him out of there because you didn't want to have to manage a split. You don't want to have to manage some of the fan base saying, "Oh, we should have kept them." Some of the fan base saying, "We
Fuck
should." No,
the
no, 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 no. You,
fans.
you have to manage. There's a
No,
reason
you
why
don't
there's
have to
something
manage the
called
fans.
PR. Wallace, you know this. Public relations. It's a business.
You
It
don't
needs
have to.
be
You don't
accounted
have to
for.
manage the fans. Be successful. If you're successful, it shuts everyone up. That's why you don't have City fans complaining because you, man,
You have
are
fans.
successful.
You have city fans. Wait,
Yeah,
but I'll
very
say
few. Very
public
few.
relations. It's a real thing, and you're
Tell me
trying to
when
ignore it like
Tell me
it's
when
not.
Pep out has trended on social media.
Oh, for it to
Never
trend.
happened.
It won't trend because you'll have fans like myself that will make sure we suppress all that stuff.
No, but
But
there's no
there
suppress
will
this
be
because there's
some
fans who
fans
try
that
to
will be like,
suppress. There's fans who
some
try to
fans who try
suppress
to
Ten
say
Hag. Wait. There's fans who try to suppress Ten Hag out. There's fans who try to suppress Ollie out. There's some fans who try
yeah,
to suppress Jose out. But guess what? If it's loud enough, it's gonna trend. You can't stop people from tweeting. What are we talking about?
no,
You can't stop people from
exactly.
tweeting.
But at the same time, the ownership didn't react to the first time everybody was trending on certain out. They had to wait for more
Yeah,
info.
and they got it wrong. And they got it wrong every single time. They got
I
every decision wrong.
I
If
will.
you want to
I,
talk about the Glazers, they got every decision wrong. Every manager they sacked should have been sacked months before they got sacked.
but every manager that they hired at the time of when they hired it, you got to give them credit for the hiring at the
Absolutely,
beginning.
yeah, I did, and I did.
Okay.
Apart from Moyes, I did
Oh,
because
you're
Moyes
a
was
boy.
dreadful. But
Listen,
apart from Moyes, they did.
I'm
Apart from
I'm gonna
Moyes, they
be
did. But
I'm
guess
gonna
what?
be
It's all well and good. It's like when you meet someone new and you're dating and everything's going well. Eventually, the relationship runs its course. You cut.
at the same time. Yes, but flawless. Listen. If when I cross the pond in another time, another world, if I wasn't hitched up, right,
Mm.
didn't have my beautiful wife, and you vouched for a thing and saying,
Yeah,
talk to.
talk to such and
I'm
such. Yeah.
trusting your vouch.
Absolutely.
So when
You
you
trust my
buy,
vouch. That is all well and good because we boys and you know I'm not going to say, and I'm thinking you two are compatible. And let's say you do meet up and you hook up.
yeah,
And 2 months
yeah.
is great. But then the third and fourth months are bad. And it continues to get bad. And I can see later when we talk that it's in a bad place. You know what I'm going to tell you? After 4 or 5 months, hey, Veta, cut it off. And then if you turn around and say to me, well, you hooked us up and I thought it would work. It didn't. Cut it off.
Okay. All right. I think not enough time was over with the Moyes, but
Moy should have
everybody in
never
this
got the
mess.
job. He was out of his depth. He's the only manager
I,
I've ever been
I
manager out before he got the job.
okay. Wait. Is Logic talking to me or talking to
No,
both
he
of
said
us? He
both.
wants
Yeah,
both
he
of us.
must be.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably a
All right.
Liverpool fan. Guess what? I guarantee you his FSG out, but we move. Go on, as you were.
Hey, Liverpool fans, you fly your planes, get FSG out. I am happy for that day. I'm happy for that day. And at the same time, what is very interesting, whoever that next ownership happens to be, everybody wants state ownership now, but whatever that ownership happens to be, let's see whether you're successful or not, because
Mhm.
it doesn't happen overnight. As great as a club as they are, it's not going to
Oh,
happen overnight.
it's not overnight.
Flawless.
Yo,
This this show actually bothered the heck out of me because I've been annoyed all night with how happy you've been, and the fact that I've never seen this guy in high def like this before. Normally, but can I put my light? Can I turn on my? No, I can't turn my lights off. Normally, there's like a shadow, and I can't even really see the details on his kit. Can't really see anything. Today, bright lights, ready for the show. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I appreciate you having me on.
Of course.
Um, if there is a chance, I'm gonna do my best to be in the comments because I do want to hear the Arsenal combo. I do want to hear that,
Oh, it's gonna be good.
and
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
and I will be listening. You know this. I'll be listening. These Liverpool fans, if they aren't talking with chess after the display that they saw from City in this Champions League, I'm not falling for it. I know what they're doing. You United, most decorated English club, second is Liverpool. If the second most decorated club in England, leading the league right now, seeing the defending treble four-peat winners playing like this, don't have chess, I, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why you would be part of such a gloried, historic club. If you're not gonna, if you're not gonna talk with chess being top of the league, seeing a display like this from Manchester City, what's the point? So I'll be in the comments, Wallace. Thanks for having me on the show.
Of course,
If you
man.
have not liked or subscribed, please do so. This channel deserves it. And if you can make your way over to Manchester City fan channel, what happens to be my channel, Vader Games TV, please do the
Link's
same.
underneath.
Wallace.
It's in the title, people. Link is underneath. It's in the title. Vator Games TV. It's also underneath in the description. Not just on this live stream. Every live stream
Bless
on
up.
the
Thanks for
channel
having
as
me
well,
on,
man. Yeah, man. It's always good having these conversations. And like I said, this is a great conversation. I hope you both lose every game, but good stuff here. Hey, big up to everyone that's tapped in again.
Ooh.
Big up to Saeed for the raid. Big up
Speaking of
Sunshine for the
losing.
raid. Big up Lewis for the raid as well. Go on.
Speaking of losing, and I'm going to drop right after I say this.
Go on.
I at the very least want to draw. I would be happy with the draw versus Brighton. This bleeding is crazy right now. If I can stop the bleeding, stop this losing streak with the draw versus Brighton away, I'm gonna take it all day.
Oh
And
yeah,
that-
before I let you go, scoreline prediction force that game actually.
Nah, don't get no. I'm not
No,
getting
no. Scoreline prediction. No.
a draw. I'm saying a draw.
Score what? Score draw 0-0, 4-4.
No, not a
draw?
0-0. I can't keep a clean sheet. Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck's having the career that Rashford should have had. I'm gonna say 2-2. 2-2. Yeah, 2-2.
All right, cool. 2
I
apiece.
need it.
So the winless run for City continues, yeah.
It's gonna continue, but at least the losing streak stops.
All right, stop
Yeah.
the rot.
Whew. I'm stressed. Let me go.
Whoa,
let me
whoa,
go and
is you-
emotional eat. Let me go and emotion. Actually, let me
Ah.
go and emotionally work out, and then I'm gonna eat. But yo,
right,
appreciate
Vader.
it, Paul.
Blessings,
All right,
man.
man.
Love every time, people.
Bless.
Love every time, Vader. Yeah. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Shout out to Vader. Always fun doing shows with Vader. Again, subscribe to Vader Games TV. We're gonna redirect to Alam. He's doing the NFL trade deadline recap. So that's what he's doing. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're an NFL fan. Don't forget though, Vader's referenced it on multiple occasions. We are available on Spotify, people. We are available on Spotify. Type in Sarcasm City TV. Follow us and 5-star us on there. Because you might just not want to see our faces. Maybe you don't want the YouTube app open while you are listening to your podcast, people. Maybe you just want to listen on audio-only platform. Maybe you're walking around. Maybe you're doing what Vader said and working out. Maybe you just don't want the YouTube app using up all your data, people. So Spotify, make sure you 5-star us, follow us and 5-star us. iTunes, all you iPhone users as well. Same with SoundCloud too. And on top of that, don't forget, we are on the Sarcasm. We are on Playback, people. So make sure you follow the Playback app. That's Sarcasm City TV. No, sorry. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, people. See it right here on the screen. www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. You download the app from your app store. It's absolutely free. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube is the exact same on Playback, people. And you can see it on the screen. You get NBA watchalongs, Premier League watchalongs, Champions League watchalongs, Europa League watchalongs, gaming content, NFL watchalongs, UFC watchalongs, boxing watchalongs, sometimes Formula One watchalongs. The list goes on. So much content, and you only get that on the playback. Like tomorrow, for instance, I'm doing the Inter Milan Arsenal game, Inter Milan versus Arsenal watch-along, people, and that will not be here on the YouTube. You will not find it on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. You will find it on the Sarcasm City TV playback. And then we're back here tomorrow night for the second crossover show of the week. Man United podcast meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal podcast. Manchester United Arsenal show, people. TJ will be there. Unfortunately, Tony won't be, but I got a special guest joining. First time on the channel. Definitely a special guest that is very, very opinionated. That's what I say, man. Special guests you lot are going to definitely enjoy watching on the live stream, people. Like Prime said, maybe you're on your way to link your girl, suggest that she follows on Spotify. Even if you don't, people, make sure you do so. Even if you don't use the Spotify, you can still follow on 5 stars because it all helps the algorithm. Trying to get that Spotify back, people. And big up to Eli, who says, phenomenal show as usual, G. Bless up, chat. Make sure you're liking as you leave. Appreciate that, Eli. Make sure you hit the like button. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Road to 14K. I'm going to do a 13K party soon as well. Big up to Lex, who's been a member of the channel for 12 months. Ak, a member of the channel for 5 months. Will, I missed this. Actually, I didn't miss nothing. He says, big up, boss. Proper Chelsea was 21. Big up to Will, member of the channel for 10 months. A Solomon, I know I missed this. Hit the like button, people. Member of the channel for 12 months. And also, big up to Stay Humble for the super chat. And also, Head Case as well for the super chat too. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Special guest. We always expanding here in the SCCU, you know, the Sarcasm City Cinematic Universe. But we're closing out anyway, like I said. Back 7:30 p.m. UK time on the playback for the Inter Milan versus Arsenal Champions League watch along. So that's 7:30 p.m. UK time. And then 11:30 p.m. UK, we're back here on the YouTube channel. And then following that, there's 2 NBA games tomorrow, actually. There is 2 NBA games. Lakers, Grizzlies. The LA Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And then following that, I think, is there a game after that? I might do a game after that, not sure. But we're closing out anyway. Love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Manchester United, Manchester City podcast. Mandem United podcast meets the Mandem City podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in. And we're redirecting to Alam. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and put Sarcasm City Raid in the chat. Whoa! Tenag's God, man. Big up, big up. This thing not even ended. Shit even ended. Is it ended?